Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Toon Review YouTube channel. It is Matchday Live, the penultimate game of the season, of course, and we head to Old Trafford. The game is going to be very interesting. I cannot wait for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little apprehensive as well, I have to say, after the teams were announced, but that's just being a Newcastle United fan through and through, guys. We know that. We know what it's like. We know. However, welcome everybody. And if you do enjoy tonight's show, give it the thumbs up. If you're new and like what you see, you can see there we're starting the stream on 29,308 subscribers, well on the way to 30,000. We've got two more games left. Sorry, let's see if we can hit that magical 30,000 before the end of the season. With your help, we can. It is free to subscribe. You need to subscribe to take part in the chat, of course, on Matchday Live. But don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, because that will let you know when we upload any videos or we schedule in the live shows. You can, of course, become a member of the Toon Review. Like, we have so many members. It is brilliant. The Toon Review army, without a doubt. So just hit that join button underneath the three of us. And, of course, you can donate to the channel if you do so wish by hitting that $sign at the bottom of the live comments. That will take you through to a payment method and also guaranteed to get your comment read out on the show, which Shane has just done out there in Aussie land. Morning, got a feeling we belt this lot today. I like that. I like that. Belt this lot. But let's take a look at the sides, shall we? We'll start with, of course, Newcastle United. And we line up with Dubravka, Trippier, Gordon, Isak, Kraft, Hall, Murphy, Anderson, Byrne, Longstaff, Bruno. Billy, no Nick Pope, no Joe Linton. Trippier back, no Livramento in the squad. What do you make of it?
Yeah, a bit upset that Pope isn't starting. I thought this would be the ideal game for him to come back in. And I'm sure he'll be disappointed as well. As we said last night, European Championships coming up. Joe Linton not being also after playing 20 minutes Saturday and 20 minutes the week before, potentially wants to be starting tonight, and he isn't. Murphy retains his place, which I kind of expected would happen, but there were kind of ways around that. You could have played Barnes and Gordon up front together. But at least he's fit, so that's one good thing, I guess.
Sam?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Hall and Anderson played out of the skin on last weekend's match against Brighton, which I was really pleased to see. But Pope, oh my goodness, that is a hit. I really wanted to see Pope here. We need to play for our lives tonight. J7 on the bench. I predicted him to score, so hopefully it's like an impact sub at the extreme. Yeah, probably not the team that I would have ideally liked to see, but thankfully, Man U's looks a lot worse, so love that.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Man United. This is how they line up. They go with Onana, Amrabat. Oh, nah. And they go with Amrabat. Fernandes is back in the side. Yes. Well, it's a perfect time for Bruno Fernandes to come back, of course, because it is a very wet pitch and ideal for ploughing. Ahmad is in. Garnacho, Casemiro, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Evans, Mainu, however you want to say it, and Scott McTominay. Hey! So, what do you make of that one, Billy?
Sorry, I was just doing my Fernandes impersonation. Not a lot of pace in that side at all. Not a lot of pace.
I don't think many people saw it. Do you want to do that again, Billy?
I could do, yeah. I could put him back on again.
Oh,
hang on, one check. Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Not a lot of pace in that Manchester United side, I should say. Nearly slipped up there, didn't I? Casemiro and Evans at the back. I think I'm quicker than both of those. Amrabat in front, not quick either. There's chances for us to get at them tonight. They've got two right backs playing. Of course, they've got a right back playing left back. So Murphy's got a chance of going on the outside tonight of Dalot. And no centre forward on the pitch, which is odd. I imagine Ahmad's going to play there.
Well, the Man United fans are saying McTominay. So I guess we just have to wait and see. I mean, Ten Hag, isn't he? Kelvin Adams, been a member for 14 months. Thank you, Kelvin. Happy to be part of the Toon Review for this long, watching all the way from Namibia. Wow. Avina Turkish, thank you for your membership for 11 months. And he disagrees completely with the team lineup. He says, cowardly small club selection. Ouch. How?
That's not about Man United.
I was going to say.
It's been
Which
very
one?
of Edward in the past, but I think. Well, interesting. The Clone Lad is celebrating 17 months of membership. Thank you, mate. Paul Toon Doon Under, thank you for your super chat. Billy, shut up and take my money. Class. Haha. I mean, look, where Cher's back on the bench, Sam, which is interesting because he's still playing with Kraft. If Cher's fit, a lot of people are saying on social media, why isn't Cher in the side? But he's sticking with the guys that I guess have kind of deserved to start this game.
He loves a bit of knowing what he's got, doesn't he? Like for me, just take the chances. That it's not as if these are keen and green players. This is, Fabian Schär here. Get him on. Jeez, we need that European place. Get him on. What are we doing? It's driving me wild, but yeah.
Peter McCardle, thank you for your super chat. If we can't beat this Man United lineup, we don't deserve Europe. I mean, he's got a point, hasn't he? I mean, this is we really need to turn these clowns over tonight. We really do. Of course, so rumours about that the team wouldn't pass to Højlund, of course, and now he's being left out of the side. That club is rotten to the core.
To be fair, they don't pass to many of their own players.
Yeah, no. Is this news today that Tino is injured? What is going on here? I don't know.
Yes, an ankle bowler.
Is it his ankle again?
He's missing for Sunday as well.
So we won't see Tino the rest of the season. That is a kick in the arse. Geordie Rick, thank you for your super chat. No comment, but thank you, matey. Much appreciated, my friend. Sam going for the Rod Stewart look. Only joking. Yeah, I had a bit of battle with Sam before we came on air about.
I'm here for it.
She is very much here for it, guys. So you won't get her. She's just when you try and throw an insult or a joke at Sam, it just bounces off her. She just makes a derogatory one back, which actually hurts.
I was thinking Howard Jones. I was thinking.
What did you actually say to us, though, Paul? You give me something about Mary.
Well, I did say it was like something about Mary. Yeah.
What'd you look on your hand for to see if there's anything on it?
I was just checking.
Let's not go there this early.
You're stroking them dogs way too much,
Billy. Alexander says, "Why is the size of a club always a topic?" I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, saying big club, little club, cardboard box, whatever it may be. I don't care. I just care about our club. Lisa's evening, Paul, Billy, and Sam, and everyone. Let's have it. Come on, the Toon 3-1 win for us. Baz Down Under says Eddie is weak. I mean, the thing is, guys, I think if he loses the game tonight, people are going to look at this lineup, and he will be heavily criticised, I guess.
You've got to remember the Carabao Cup game. We were very much the same conversation we were having before that game.
We did. We totally wrote them off, didn't we?
We did indeed.
Yeah, and lessons were learned from that. Dan Robinson, thank you for your super chat. Let's not worry too much about the lineup. How we'll have a plan, and we beat Man United with a far more depleted side. Loving the Stevie Nicks look, Sam.
Oh, well, I'm channeling that all day.
How many pop stars do you want to be in one night?
Well, I know. I mean, it's incredible.
This is just the versatility that I bring to this channel. You're welcome.
Yes. It's undeniable, Sam. It really is undeniable. Listen, Nick Pope not being in is the one that's pissed me off the most, I think, because I think now, he's had a number of games now where he's been on the bench, and Eddie Howe seems to have this kind of disillusion. We thought he was maybe, just pacifying Dubravka by saying that both goalkeepers are as equal as they are. But all of a sudden, Sam, he's gone with Dubravka again.
Sigh. Really disappointing. I mean, we've seen the magic that Pope can bring, the confidence to that back line. I'm sincerely disappointed that he's not on the side. I truly believe that he should have got the run out during the Brighton game. I think that would have been fair preparation for this evening. Really disappointed. And again, this brings into question like Eddie's loyalty and misplacement towards certain players. What has Dubs got to do to actually get out of this side? And now we've got to fit Pope get back in. I don't subscribe to this theory, which my dad rang me before the game and give me shit about, to say he's not match fit, he can't possibly play it. Absolutely not. He's an experienced player that he doesn't need the sort of player that, you know, the regular team need. Is a goalkeeper. He's had that in training. He should be on tonight. We need to be on it.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of talk in the chat as well about the Callum Wilson situation. There is rumours leaking around that he's actually fallen out with Eddie Howe. Now, I don't know what goes. Obviously, we're not privy to anything that goes on behind the scenes, and quite frankly, they are just rumours. Nobody has reported this in the mainstream media. I guess there's been nothing come out, certainly from the football club, saying that Callum Wilson is not available for selection. They've said he's ill, and that's what we have to believe from the football club. If there is any sort of falling out, I'm sure it will come out eventually. But listen, we know that Callum wasn't happy about not being allowed to go in January. I think that's still probably on his mind. But listen, Callum Wilson is not going to be the number one striker next season at Newcastle United if he does stay. Now, I don't know where Callum's head will be right now, but I just hope that it's, you know, these rumours are just as they are rumours and it's a load of bollocks, because we've never really had that yet about a player falling out with any kind of manager since Eddie Howe's been there, Sam, and it would be disappointing, wouldn't it?
Yes. That being said, I would expect Callum Wilson to be a professional.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you have the sniffles, you know, get yourself a Kleenex and take some paracetamol and play for the shirt that has paid for your upkeep of lifestyle for years. I would be sincerely disappointed if that was the case. And I just think, is this petty? Is it that he thinks that he's too good for the club? Whatever it is, I'm not happy about it. If it was more severe, then yes,
allegedly.
Fair enough.
I mean, this is all, of course, yeah.
Allegedly, but I'm
Allegedly.
buying into it. I haven't seen much in his comments to challenge me back on how I feel about this. I'm really concerned about him, which makes me think actually we may as well just get rid of him, because if he's not going to play on this arguably such an important game of our season, then get rid, be gone. Like, you're not going to play for the shirt if you got the sniffles. I don't want to know you. Be gone.
Cynical Jim says, I think Pope is risky. What if he's too rusty for these really important games? Well, on the flip side of that, Jim, you know, Martin Dubravka has been rusty since he's taken over. So I think even an 80% Nick Pope is better than Dubravka. But listen, Dubravka plays and we support him. Hopefully he'll have a blinding game tonight, or he won't actually have too much to do. That's what I'm really hoping. Avina sent in another super chat, and he says, I meant small attitude from the manager. Play the big guns and take it to them. Silence Old Trafford. Interesting. Trolls, thank you for your super chat. I'm scared with Dubes in goal. Howe needs to get his head out of his and play Pope if he's fit. Simon Muller is super chatting as well. Romano reporting VAR could be scrapped next season. I have seen that. And apparently, Billy, this was brought through by Wolves, and it's going to go down to the Premier League teams will vote on it.
Yeah, no surprise. Wolves are the ones that complain. They've been really harshly dealt with it this season.
Absolutely, yeah.
They've got to get 2/3 of the votes to make it possible. So, if 13 or 14 clubs vote for it, we won't be seeing VAR in the Premiership next year. We'll go back.
Now, how do you guys feel on that? Because I think VAR is not a bad thing. It's just the Muppets who actually run it. And I think there's a big difference there.
Listen, if these referees ain't good enough to be doing it on the pitch, what makes them good enough to be doing it watching the TV screen? That's my kind of crime with it all. Why not get some old referees on the TV screens doing it, ex-players, whatever. As long as they haven't got ties to each side that's playing, I don't see a problem with that. But there's no point putting the same people that are making mistakes week in, week out on the pitch to look at it through a camera and try and make the right decision. Not going to work.
I agree with Billy here. I think the interesting thing about VAR is that it was meant to bring this additional perspective to make things fairer, but actually at the same time, we've completely ripped the fun out of goals almost. Like, we have to wait. It's suspending that anticipation of celebration for fans, and something that, you know, is down to a human based decision anyway. If I'm a technologist for a living. I am a huge fan of all the loveliness that can bring in terms of AI, but we're not using AI. We're just using various cameras angles to actually determine whether something was right or wrong, but at the detriment of slowing the pace of the game, taking the enjoyment out of goals. And is that risk really worth it? We should be trusting the officials. I would be really, really intrigued to get a sense of what actually referees feel about VAR. I can't stand it. It slows pace, takes the fun out. We need to get rid. Be gone.
I wonder if it'd be worth asking Keith Hackett to come on again, because Keith Hackett, the ex-referee, I mean, he's very, well, let's just say he's not bothered what he says. He's very honest about his opinions, and I think it might be good to get him back on during the summer and have a chat with him and what he thinks.
I feel a lot more confident if Keith Hackett was sat behind the screens, you know, looking at monitoring.
I think I'd feel a lot more confident if Keith Hackett was actually in charge of the whole bloody.
I agree.
PGMOL. Edward Gorn, thank you for your super chat. Play without any fear and attack, especially with Dubes in goal. We need to be on the front foot. And Stephen Fawcett, Billy, has sent in a super chat saying, Billy Bob, please say Toon. As long as you two follow up. Go on then. Yeah, ready? Toon. Toon. You got double. Yes, indeed. Right. Why, Sam, has he not picked Joe Linton?
I mean, the call that we've been waiting for all season, when he played horribly and then was suddenly off the back of, you know, granted a decent patch for Joe Linton, and then suddenly he's not on the side. Is this some trickery? It must be something tactically that he's observed that where Joel's just not right for this game. Simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird though, Billy, because as you said earlier on, he's played, 220 minutes, and you would expect that to be a decent warm-up in order to, and we all thought this is the decent warm-up that he's going to come into this game.
Yeah, I thought he might have got at least an hour tonight. You know, definitely not 90 minutes, not yet, but an hour. Maybe he'll get longer, maybe he'll get half an hour off the bench, who knows. I mean, I'd play him myself personally. 32 games to go. He's had 2 good games on the trot for me, considering he's been out for so long. Looked really good against Burnley and looked really good against Brighton over the weekend. So, I'd have him inside, I would.
Ollie says, Paul, a few months ago, you said even if Pope was back at the end of the season, you would rather him miss the last few games and fully recover. Now you've changed your tune. Dubs is fine. I haven't. Well, look, I did say that. Yes, 100% I did. However, you mentioned there a few months ago. Since that few months ago, Dubravka hasn't been anywhere near up to the standard that I feel as a fan he should be. And I'm not the only one that feels like that. There is a lot of Newcastle fans wanting Nick Pope back in. Now, Nick Pope has been on the bench now. Is this the 3rd time or the 4th time running? It's weird because we've seen that Pope is a better goalkeeper. He's better coming off his line. He's more confident. But as I said earlier on when the show started, Dubravka is playing, therefore we will support Dubravka as well. Of course we will. But if things go wrong tonight, then I think a lot of people are going to be asking Eddie questions about the team lineup. Because I think Joe Linton should have been back, and Nick Pope. But listen, as we also said, we were questioning that team before at Old Trafford, and they went out and absolutely blitzed them. So let's just see what happens. Jens, thank you for your super chat. Oh, Lord, the anticipation is building up now. It is indeed. But by the way, the usual applies tonight, guys. If you're watching it on the TV, me and Billy might be slightly behind because we're watching our usual service. So if we are, do not put any spoilers in the chat. You might want to just hit pause before your game kicks off. And then when I say, right, we're underway, hit play so you're in sync with me and Billy all the way through. Any spoilers that go in the chat, the mods will remove that chat. You'll get a warning, and any more, you'll be chucked out. And we don't want to do that. We, as usual, want to have a great Matchday live show with everybody. There is people who can't get to watch the match and love listening to the commentary. So please be respectful to those guys and not put spoilers in, okay? Paul Toon Under, member for 15 months, says Isak and Gordon need to run Evans and Cass wild tonight. I feel goals are coming. I think that's where we can make a difference, Billy, the pace.
Yeah, 100%. Casemiro and Evans, it doesn't matter where he goes. Isak is going to have too much pace for either Evans or Casemiro. If Gordon cuts in, he's going to be not knowing where he's going. We saw Sunday against Arsenal, Casemiro's, was it laziness or naivety? It can't be naivety. He's a World Cup, played in World Cups, internationals for Brazil, hundreds of them. So it's not naivety to kind of stand where he was standing for the Arsenal goal. Ridiculous. So he's not centre half. I don't understand why he's playing there. He's got two on the bench. He's got Camboire, he's got Martinez. Why are you playing a centre midfielder at centre half?
Well, let's not complain if it goes our way. Simon Muller, thank you for your super chat again. Pope can't be 100% fit. Simple as that. I agree, but why is he on the bench? It should be Karius. If Pope's not fit, then Dubravka gets injured, then we're screwed. Laura's asking what's happened to Tino. Ankle injury, and he's out for the rest of the season, which is obviously only 2 games, but a bit of a blow. Andy says maybe we actually have learned from past mistakes and changed our approach to how players returning to injuries are reintroduced. If so, I can live with Pope and J7 on the bench. How are the lads? Yeah, not a bad point. Not a bad point. How are you expecting Man United to start this game, Sam? Do you expect an all-out attack from Manchester United and us soak it up and then go at them? Or do you want to see us really go at them from the start?
Oh, I want to see us absolutely pile drive through them. I just want relentless energy, threat, press. Give me all of that good stuff. I'm absolutely here for the pulverizing of the century, and I'm not accepting anything less. They don't have the pace. Very bizarre selection from 10. Like, hit the nail in the coffin. Goodbye. Manchester United fans must be going out of their minds at the moment. Casemiro back at what, centre back? Okay, that's really interesting. They are lacking pace, as Billy has said. So that gives us opportunity. Absolutely. So just bring this. Goodness me, I'm so excited for this match. So excited. Yeah.
Well, Kev makes a good point here. Man United are under huge pressure tonight. They'll come at us, which should work with the pace of our front three. And it's a good point, Billy. Man United will feel the pressure tonight because they are under pressure.
I think they're set up for the counter-attack, I do, honestly. I really do. I think it's going to be... That's what they've done all season long. It's just hoof it long. They've got pace on both widths. They've got Garnacho and Ahmed. If he's playing there, of course, he might play through the middle. Yeah. But I think they've got pace there, and I think it's just going to be a case of kicking it long and chasing it. I think that's what they're going to do.
Well, I guess time is going to tell. Scotty's asking if Newcastle have contacted me yet. No, I've heard nothing. So I'm going to send there'll be a really strong worded letter going in again for the 3rd time. Jeffrey says, hey up lads and lasses, we're here, we're there, we're every chuffing where. Can't wait for this. Every chance to give the Man United side a good hiding. How are the lads getting revved up now? Yep. Kickoff is literally 5 minutes away, guys. Time Lord Boris says Man United will be up for this, but I hope our pressing and work rate will win it for us. Fernandez is back tonight, Billy, and I expect him to be throwing himself all over the pitch, crying onto the referee as he normally does.
Yeah, that's him, isn't it? That's him all over. He'll win at all costs. He's a cheat. He's a very good player, but he's a cheat. He'll try and referee the game himself. Rob Jones, who's refereeing now, has kind of been a good omen for us this season, and indeed refereed us when we last played them. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm hoping Bruno Fernandes doesn't get involved in it, because he's their best player by country mile. If we can keep him out of it, I'm sure we'll win it really easily.
Yep. Well, of course, Manchester United are known for having very good luck, Sam. But hopefully that luck will not be with them tonight.
Absolutely not. We've got luck right now. Look at the top I'm wearing. I am bringing the good luck vibes. It's all happening. I'm so excited. Honestly. Yes.
Yep. Well, listen, Sam, we'll let you go and take your place in front of the TV, and we'll see you at half time.
Certainly will. Enjoy, everybody. Let's have at it. Come on. How about that?
See you soon. Bye. So Sam will be with us again at half time to get her thoughts on the first half, and hopefully by the time that first half happens, Billy, we will be extremely far in front. At least I'm hoping. Yeah. I am saying hopefully. I am saying that with I'm praying as usual. And I just want to see us do well. Now I've got the players walking out, Billy.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Me too.
So as I say, you might be slightly ahead if you're watching on TV, ahead of me and Billy. So please at kick-off, if you want to be in sync with us, just pause your game and hit play as soon as I say, right, we're underway. And we will all watch the game together. It's a ridiculous place to put the changing rooms at Old Trafford.
Not just that. How old are their mascots?
I wasn't really paying attention.
They're like grown-ups.
Well, Manu's mascot is almost the same size as him. She's a big girl.
Well, the one at the front that he looks obviously with Bruno Fernandes, he's obviously a toddler, but the rest of them, well, teenagers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Right. This is how the teams line up ahead of kick-off. Onana for Manchester United in goal. They have a back four of Wan-Bissaka on one side, Dalot on the other, Evans and Casemiro as the centre backs, which we should try and exploit. Menu and Amrabat, sorry. I keep getting his name wrong every time I say it, but I don't care. They're playing as, well, the holding two. Diallo, McTominay and Garnacho playing behind. They've got Fernandes up front, Billy.
I don't think he'll be there. I think it'll be Ahmed there and Fernandes wide right. Save wide right. It's going to be the wide right side of the three.
Yeah, interesting for Man United. They do have Martinez, Rashford, Højlund, and Eriksen on the bench as well. Anthony as well is there. Newcastle United, they line up in goal. Martin Dubravka, Trippier, Kraft, Byrne, and Hall. A midfield of Longstaff, Bruno, and Anderson. And, of course, a front three of Jacob Murphy, Alexander Isak, and Anthony Gordon. We do have Fabian Schär returning on the bench tonight. Nick Pope is still on the bench. Of course, there's Harvey Barnes is on the bench. No Tino Livramento tonight. He has an ankle injury and won't play any part in the rest of the season, which is pretty disastrous for both player and team, of course. But hey, you know, it is. These things happen, Billy Bob.
They do indeed, yeah.
It's happened to us an awful lot this season.
We've got players on the bench that can make a difference, haven't we? Which is kind of a cool, the crucial thing.
Yeah. Well, Man United would say the same thing, of course, but
they would, yeah.
Rashford's been terrible this season, but always seems to score against us. Graham Ritchie, thank you for your super chat. I hope we stuff them. I can't stand Man United. Welcome to the club, my friend. I don't like them either. Neither does Billy. Neither do a lot of people. And also, good luck to Brighton tonight.
Absolutely. They're nailing at the minute.
Yep. I'm sure everyone will keep us abreast of that score. But, guys, as usual, no spoilers, please. If you are going to kick off before I say, right, we're underway, just pause your telly. I don't want to have to keep repeating that throughout Matchday Live. No spoilers in the chat. Mods will remove you. We'll remove the comment, just warn you, and then chuck you out. So we don't want any of that. But please do subscribe if you're new to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. Let's see what we can finish the stream on tonight as we bid for 30,000 subscribers. I think we're changing ends here, Billy. We must have won the toss.
Shithouse, yeah.
Yeah. Although I'd prefer us to be kicking to our supporters in the second half, actually.
Yeah.
Ten Hag shaking hands with all the worldwide supporters there from Manchester.
Yeah.
Who've made the long trip.
Lots of bald men now, isn't there?
There is, yes. I mean, maybe it's Ten Hag's family. Who knows? I mean, maybe they all
said 10.
Struggle to grow hair on the head, of course, indeed. There is Sir Edward chewing on his chewing gum again, ready to go. And we are almost ready to go, Billy. I mean, are you still sticking with your 3-1?
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely. Newcastle United will kick the game off. They are attacking from left to right in this first half. And we are almost underway, and we are now underway. So here we go. Newcastle United at Old Trafford in one hell of a big game at the end of the season. Of course, the penultimate game for Newcastle United before they head to Brentford on Sunday, when all the kickoffs will be at 4:30 to finish off the Premier League season. But we're looking for a good start here. And immediately we've got Isak spreading the ball wide outside now to the left to Anthony Gordon, who's making inroads. Lewis Hall bombing on the outside. Gordon keeps it, now lays it off to Hall. He clips it across. Free header! And a chance there. Isak just didn't seem to get a good purchase on it. But this is a good start. Here's Murphy now. Dallo sticks to him. Murphy whips it across, but Onana, what's his name, comes out and grabs the ball. But Isak's jump there, I'm not sure, Billy.
It was a positive start. I just wish he'd go near post because Jacob Murphy keeps putting that ball near post. If he'd gone near post there, he was going to score.
Yeah.
Centre forwards go near post, and it's not natural for him to go there. Anyway, pressure's on.
A lot of space there for Anthony Gordon, by the way, on the left-hand side through the pass from Isak. Trippier stays tight onto Garnacho and wins it before it goes out of play. And Isak's on his bike again into the penalty area. Isak on his left foot, he slices it wide. But this is a good start from Isak. He looks hungry, Billy.
He does indeed. On his left foot there, hit the wrong side of his foot really. He wanted to curve it with the instep and he hit the outside of his foot. Brilliant from Trippier to keep it in the first place. Don't Manchester United look nervous. Christ almighty. Good.
Lewis Hall, by the way, Anderson made a tremendous run into the box on the far side, but it wasn't spotted by Isak.
In acres of space, wasn't he?
Yep, as we look at the Toon army in full voice there. I'm surprised we don't see them with a bit more umbrellas tonight, given what happened the other night at Old Trafford. But
well, they had swimming goggles on earlier, apparently.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some songs at the Man United fans tonight. I just saw my old mate Luke Vinton, who used to do a bit on the channel when I first started, in the crowd there. Long ball forward by Onana, flicked on, but it comes to Trippier. He launches it high into the sky and straight out of play. I don't like this slope on the Man United pitch, Billy. We've mentioned this before, I think, when we did the Carabao Cup game, and I don't like it because it's dangerous for me.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, last season, in the league game, we had a couple go down, didn't we? One of ours, one of theirs. It's just not safe.
Yep. Amrabat passes over to Wan-Bissaka now to the right-hand side. Man United looking to start something over on the far side, but again, good tracking from Newcastle and pressing forces it back to Casemiro. Casemiro to Amrabat, and he's tackled straight away. That's where we need to get at. He's slower than a bloody oil tanker. Good work there by Emil Kraft, just getting it ahead for Trippier. Trippier down the line. Play it back into Bruno Fernandes, but good work again by Kraft. Gets it to Murphy. Murphy, surrounded by red shirts, is taken down. Free kick to Newcastle. Stupid free kick to give away that for Man United because Murphy was pressed in there, but he did well.
He was, yeah. A couple of good plays to play from Emil Kraft as well in the tight situations. Did well to keep calm and play the ball to his right back. Yep.
It's with Dan Burn now. Goes back across to Emil Kraft. Kraft now brings it forward inside to... Oh, that's a foul straight away. Jacob Murphy there trying to spin and is brought down on the halfway line. Good little turn that. But incidentally, Dallo playing left back tonight, Billy.
Yeah, I said this a couple of times in the preview yesterday. He's a right-footed left back. If Jacob Murphy go on the outside, he's not going to want to tackle him with his wrong foot, is he?
Well, he tried. He cut inside brilliantly there, Murphy, and was just hacked to the floor. Lewis Hall now inside to Bruno. Bruno has a look, plays a ball through, looking for a run of Isak. Wasn't a great ball. Casemiro brings it out for Manchester United to the halfway line. Terrible ball. Easily intercepted by Anderson. Puts Newcastle on the attack again. Murphy ball into Isak. Isak into Anthony Gordon. Gordon, great tackle coming in there. And, oh, my goodness me, there's some tackles flying in there. I think it was Longstaff making a late approach into the box. But it was a brilliant tackle in the end. But Newcastle just broke so quick there.
Well, they give the ball away really poorly, didn't they, in their own defensive third. And actually, it was Casemiro that gave it away, but he did make a fantastic recovery tackle right at the very end there. Great ball from Murphy to get Isak free. Then it's Gordon. It's Amrabat who's come back.
Amrabat, yeah.
I mean,
and then Evans slides in on Longstaff. Well, I'll tell you what, good breaks from Newcastle United in the first 5 minutes, looking very lively. And Dubravka does a little shimmy on Fernandes, and then a nice little ball out to Kieran Trippier. That gets him on his bike. Trippier left over to the left-hand side now to Anthony Gordon. Gordon, again, has overlap from Lewis Hall, has Anderson on the inside of him. Uses Bruno further back. He then goes to Anderson. Anderson now on the far side, down to Lewis Hall. Back to Anderson. Nice little interchange in play here from Newcastle. Bruno is tackled, but it comes to Dan Burn, and now Emil Kraft.
McTominay going man-to-man on Bruno, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like that way. And Trippier's ball down the line, intercepted by Dallo for a throw-in midway through the Manchester United half, which Captain Trippier will take. But this is a very positive start, Billy.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've had virtually all of the ball, haven't we?
That's exactly what we want to see. And here's Isak now from the throw-in. Good control by the big Swede. Knocks it back now to Emil Kraft. Kraft will go straight across to Burn. Burn does have Lewis Hall in support. Not the best pass that for Lewis Hall, but he had to track a little bit backwards to get that. But it's now Hall at walking pace, plays it back over to Emil Kraft. Nice bit of play by Newcastle. Trippier now on the halfway line, back to Emil Kraft. He's got his goalkeeper available, but doesn't. Spins and turns. Lays a lovely ball into Murphy, who's able to turn. Murphy now heading towards goal. Murphy looking for a run. He plays it in, tried to get Isak in, but Manchester United had got men back quicker. But that's an awful ball straight to Bruno from Johnny Evans. And Manchester United are all over the place here. We need to capitalise. They're dreadful at the moment. Good bit of play on the far side again between Gordon, Anderson and Hall. Gordon, no, that's not a great pass. Brilliant tackle from Bruno going in on McTominay. There you go. Thank you very much, Sunshine. Take a seat. Great tackle, Billy.
Yeah, I thought the ref was going to blow for it at first, but he didn't. It was a fantastic tackle. Yeah. It was a really good tackle. We took man and ball at the same time.
Trippier now on the right-hand side. Plays a curling ball for a run from Longstaff. And Mainu has to concede the corner. Good run by Longstaff. Mainu had no other option but to put the ball out.
God,
and Newcastle really threatening again.
Really good start from Newcastle United. You're looking very threatening with the ball. Aiding the ball, some pretty poor defending by Manchester United in when they're in possession, not actually defending, but trying to get the ball away. They can't do it. It's been really poor from them. We need to capitalise on this while we're really on top.
Yeah, indeed. Guys, keep subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner. Welcome to Matchday Live here on the Toon Review. We head towards 30,000 subs. Please help us. And it's free to do so. Bottom right-hand corner. And it's a corner to Newcastle United. Kieran Trippier will take it. And it's towards the far side of the box. Dan Burn heads it back across. And there's no Newcastle United player on the end of it. Flick back in. I think that would have been offside, but play's gone on. Wan-Bissaka now tries to bring it away from Manchester United. Closed down by Longstaff and Bruno. Back to Casemiro. He plays a nice ball out to the near side here for Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes lays one in. And Manchester United try and go forward now, but Dalot had to turn and go back to Johnny Evans. And Newcastle again putting the press on. And there's not many options for Johnny Evans. He's got to go back to Onana in goal. Onana back to Johnny Evans. Back to Onana. They're really being camped in here. Murphy doing the pressing now on the Manchester United goalkeeper. Onana clears long. Good jump by Dan Burn, but he's beaten in the air. And now a break on for Manchester United down this right-hand side. Oh, give over. The referee's fallen for that as well. McTominay falls down. I mean, I think Dan Burn pulled him back originally, Billy, because, I mean, not great defending that from Burn.
No, he wouldn't have, he got above McTominay, but again, his header was awful, wasn't it? It's the age-old point. He's all right getting to the ball, but he can't actually do much with it with his head. Yeah. And then he did pull McTominay's shirt.
He does pull him, yeah. I mean, I don't think it forced McTominay to fall over, but, you know, it was a foul, let's be honest.
Dangerous situation, this is a dangerous situation, and yeah, McTominay's a bit of a shithouse, isn't he? Let's be honest, but it was a free kick. Talking of shithouses.
Yes, so Bruno Fernandes will take the free kick for Manchester United. Kieran Trippier doing a lot of organisation there.
I've got to watch McTominay here. He's dangerous from these kind of things in the box.
He is. Absolutely, 100%. It is going to be Bruno Fernandes to take it. Here he comes, right-footed. It's curled away. Dubravka punches, and awful punch, Dubravka, and it's an overhead kick just over the bar from Casemiro. Why didn't he catch that ball?
Yeah, it's poor from the goalkeeper. He made a positive attempt to get there. Once he did get there, he just couldn't.
Oh, Billy, he should take that into his chest. No problem at all.
Of course he should. And then we didn't push out. Dan Burn was left behind. Played them all onside, and yeah, it's a speculative attempt from Casemiro, but not far over the bar, to be fair.
It wasn't far away, was it? I mean, a goal, that's bread and butter for a goalkeeper, Billy. It's whipped in like that. He's punched it to the edge of the box.
Yeah, you've got to clear it properly if you're going to punch it, haven't you?
Yeah. Man United now getting a bit more into the ascendancy. He's Garnacho, but Garnacho's touch is poor. And Newcastle have a chance here. Oh, it's an awful ball from Longstaff.
Is Longstaff?
Was it Anderson?
I don't know. They both look alike, don't they?
Yeah, he could have played. I mean, Gordon was in there with a decent ball, and it was way overhit straight to Onana. God damn it. Onana launches one down the field. It's flicked on by Mainu.
Yeah.
Looking for Garnacho. Cleared by Trippier. It's going to be a throw into Manchester United level with the penalty area on this near side.
But that's Route 1 football. If you're ever going to see Route 1 football, this is supposed to be the best club in the world playing Route 1 football. Unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Manu now for Manchester United. Goes back to Johnny Evans, or Casemiro, sorry. Plays it to Wan-Bissaka. Back to Casemiro. He plays a first-time ball over the top. And this time Dubravka is off his line to head it clear. Much better from Martin Dubravka. Here's Murphy. Plays it into Isak, but it's very, very short for Isak.
Manu turns.
Then heads towards goal. Manu into the box. Plays it wide for Garnacho. Floated ball in, headed away by Emil Kraft. Comes to Amrabat, but it bounces over his head. Dalot plays it back, and then Johnny Evans goes back to Onana in goal. But yeah, I mean, again, Isak expecting the ball to his feet, but he's got to work to get it.
Yeah, he has. He looks a little bit sluggish again, I've got to say. He looked a bit up fit the first couple of minutes, but since then, I know he's not had any service, but you've got to put more of an effort in than that, I think.
Here's Scott McTominay for Man United, into Fernandes. Plays it out left now, again to Dalot. Dalot inside to Manu. Manu turns, has a look, see what's available. Good defending by Murphy this time, but Kraft loses the ball. Trippier sweeps up the pieces. Great turn. Oh, Amrabat again.
That's a yellow card, that is.
I mean, that's cynical. Absolutely cynical. But Bruno's taking the free kick.
He's not 10 yards away, ref.
Well, there's Bruno Fernandes again doing the praying sign to the referee.
Should be a yellow card to Manu for not
well, Bruno's got to be careful there, Billy, because, he does go to take a quick free kick.
And, it's not retreated. It should be a yellow card for that. Once you stop playing for a free kick, it's a yellow card, yeah.
Here's Gordon now. Oh, poor ball from Gordon.
That's terrible.
McTominay, but Gordon gets it back and plays a lovely ball in now to Longstaff, who's in acres of space. Sean Longstaff bringing the ball forward. It's an awful ball.
Oh,
that is awful from Longstaff. Now, terrible pass, and it was a really good position as well that we found ourselves in there. But the wrong midfielder breaking in on with the ball. Man United now have it back with Ahmad. Plays it inside now to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes floats one looking for Dalot, who's the furthest forward. Dalot controls it, plays it across. Newcastle wanted offside. It didn't come. Here's Isak to Bruno on the edge of his box. He's got to be careful. And Newcastle eventually kind of not very well here, trying to clear the ball. It's awful from Hall, straight up in the air, and Man United have the ball back.
Yeah, it wasn't the way it's past Hall, was it? To be fair,
no, it was up and down. As Wan-Bissaka floats one in, looking for McTominay, gets a header in, but it's a very gentle back header, really, for Martin Dubravka to take. Man United just asking a few questions the last couple of minutes, Billy. We've got to be a little bit better than that.
Yeah, down to our own mistakes, really, though. It's nothing they've created themselves. Good defending that from Emil Kraft, actually, to make it hard for McTominay to get any purchase on there. Really good defending, clever defending. But yeah, we've been the architects of our own disaster there, giving the ball away in bad places, and giving the ball away in good places too.
Where Billy, it all came from Longstaff's awful pass in for Gordon.
Yeah,
I mean, it was rotten, that pass. That's a good ball by Lewis Hall down the line for Isak, and he's offside, says the referee.
Ooh.
That was a tight one, I think. He gives a thumbs up to Lewis Hall. That was a very good ball in.
Shouldn't be offside there if he is. Got the whole of the pitch to look across.
No, it's one of them positions where you'd probably expect him to be onside. Here's Amrabat. And Casemiro goes back to Onana. 14 minutes have gone at Old Trafford already. 0-0, still the score. And Fernandes plays a long ball. Good defending by Lewis Hall there. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he takes it quickly. Here's Bruno Fernandes again for Manchester United. Inside to Manu. Manu to McTominay. Inside now to Amrabat. Inside the centre circle in the Newcastle half. Plays it wide for Manu again. Manu walking pace. Plays it out to Wan-Bissaka on the right. Back inside to Manu. Manchester United trying the patient build-up here. Casemiro. He plays it out wide now for Wan-Bissaka, and they've got in here, Man United. And Diallo will have a shot, and Dubravka saves. I'm not sure where the hell that's gone, but Newcastle managed to clear. Very strange save from Dubravka, but it's come back now to Manu again. Now Fernandes clips it, looking for the run of Manu. Manu, and it's clumsily hacked away by Dan Burn. Billy.
6 and 7s. Yeah, the defence at 6 and 7s here. Just a tiny bit of creativity. Great ball from Casemiro. Lewis Hall got caught out there, didn't he? With Manu.
That's a terrible piece of goalkeeping.
Awful goalkeeping, yeah. He parried it straight back across goal. Anyone?
What's he done there?
Well, a centre forward, they just taps into an empty net, doesn't he? Ridiculous goalkeeping, that. But at least he kept it out.
On a bike, man. Anyway, here comes the corner for Manchester United towards the 6-yard box. Garnacho now on the edge of the box, completely unmarked. Hits a right foot shot wide of the post, and it's a goal kick to Newcastle. Well, Garnacho again in acres of space there. And once again, we've had a good start of the game, Billy, but then we've just sort of gone off again.
Yeah, I think the captain needs to kind of rouse his troops here because we have gone off the ball totally for the last 5 minutes or so. You know, giving the ball away with gay abandon at the minute, and it's not good. It doesn't matter what part of the pitch we're in, but just giving the ball back to them. It's poor to watch at the minute. And you give these an inch, they'll take a mile if they can. They're not great, but if you encourage them, you know, they're going to be dangerous.
Absolutely. You give them the encouragement, and that's what we want to try and stop, is take that encouragement away from them by overrunning them. Because this is not a good Manchester United side they've got out here. There just isn't. Fernandes now, left-footed ball down to Dalot on this left-hand side here. Dalot going up against Murphy. Lays it off back to Garnacho now. Garnacho on his right foot into Fernandes. Fernandes goes across to the right-hand side. He's overhit that for Wan-Bissaka, and that'll roll out for a throw into Newcastle United.
Fernandes is getting into the game far more now, and we need to kind of put a stop to that. Longstaff needs to stick to him if he can, because at the minute he's starting to dominate the game, isn't he?
We're letting him have a lot of the ball, Billy.
Yeah, we are.
That's the worry when whatever you think about Bruno Fernandes, if he's allowed time and space like that, he'll hurt you.
There you go. Possession stats in the last 5 minutes there, 70-30. I think it's probably the other way around in the first 10. So
absolutely. Long ball by Byrne is a brilliant one to Kieran Trippier. Trippier cuts inside of Garnacho, lays it into Sean Longstaff now. Longstaff looks for who's available, goes back to Dan Byrne. Byrne will go to Lewis Hall. Now Hall can bring this forward. Doesn't bring it too far forward, goes back to Dan Byrne. Now across to Emil Kraft. Kraft takes a look inside to Trippier. Trippier then back to Dubravka.
We're trying to encourage the press, aren't we, so we can play through them. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, trying to suck them in a little bit here, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I didn't shadow of a doubt.
Long ball by Dubravka, and Murphy flicks it on, looking for the run of Isak, but Johnny Evans gets there. I mean, Isak against Evans, it shouldn't even be a competition, Billy.
No, it shouldn't, but I mean, the ball was in Evans' favour that time, to be fair to him.
But Billy, as a striker, you have got to anticipate that your man's going to win the flick on.
Yeah, I guess.
Which Murphy did there. Ball played forward again by Manchester United. We've got to be careful here. Mainoo's into the box. He's got Ahmad across from him. Garnacho in support on the edge of the box here. Garnacho. Bruno comes across, takes the ball off him. Great defending. Plays it out for Murphy, but Murphy's too slow to get there. Dalot into the box now for Manchester United and away for a corner. And what a surprise. Bruno Fernandes is rolling around injured outside the penalty area.
Well, he'll have to go off then, won't he?
Yeah, he's holding his face. When it's not actually his face, it's now he's holding his left shin.
He kicked me.
And he's saying, look, referee, he kicked me. I mean, it's not a foul. Bruno's kicked the ball and caught Bruno Fernandes. Jesus Christ, man. Get a grip of yourself. Nonsense.
Although I was a bit disappointed in Jacob Murphy's attempt to try and get the ball there. You've got to get to the ball before the defender in that situation. It wasn't a great ball, but you've got to make more of an effort.
We've looked pretty shaky, to be honest, in the defence. I have to say. We haven't looked entirely convincing.
And that's giving the ball away too much.
Yeah, it looks like Chelsea have scored, I think.
Great.
That's not great for us, but it is a corner for Manchester United. Well, it doesn't matter. We've just got to take care of ourselves. It doesn't matter what Chelsea do. Unless we lose the game, which we shouldn't be losing to this Manchester United side at all. But it's still 0-0. In comes the corner. It's a grass cutter. And the shot came in and another one. And we managed to block them both. Gordon tries to get away for Newcastle United, but he just can't. Man United, Ahmad does really well there, spins away from Bruno and then falls over and out for a goal, a throw in. But again, we don't look convincing at all here.
No, it's been a similar story in the past 2 or 3 games, hasn't it? We've started really well for the 5-10 minutes or so, and then gone into our shells and did exactly the same today. It's I don't know why. It's odd, but it's happened in the past 3 or 4 games, so it's not a coincidence.
Yeah, the thing for me is, Billy, though, it's sort of when we were on top early doors, and then as soon as Man United have the first attack, we sort of climb up a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it shouldn't happen.
We've got nothing to fear from these. You know, if we go with these, we'll beat them. And we've kind of given the ball away too much. We seem to be a bit.
This is not a good Manchester United side, Billy. They haven't even got, you look at Casemiro and Evans as the centre-backs, and we haven't even put them under any pressure yet.
Well, me and you could play centre-half Man United so far, couldn't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, Casemiro has given the ball away a couple of times already in this first half. Yeah, it is. we're 20 minutes in and we haven't gone at them properly.
No.
Casemiro's gave the ball away a couple of times in the early stages of this game, which would have given me hope to say, let's keep at them. Lewis Hall now hits a blistering left foot shot straight at Onana, though. But again, Lewis Hall showing that he wants to have a crack.
Yeah, good effort.
And he caught that well.
He did. It was a good effort. Just bounced before the keeper, and I did well to hang on to it.
He did.
Well, actually, yeah, it's could have come out there. It wasn't far away from coming out. But this is the area of the pitch where we can have some glory here, because they do give the wet ball away quite a lot here.
But this is where I think we're missing Joe Linton, Billy. Joe
Linton, yeah.
He won't stand off them like we are here, letting them come through the midfield. Here's Garnacho on the left-hand side, running at Trippier. Goes to the byline. He's got past Trippier. Trippier recovers. Garnacho doesn't have a left foot, of course. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes inside now to Amrabat, to Johnny Evans. Now Fernandes, quick little 1-2 with Menu. And he tried to play the quick 1-2. And Bruno got in there very, very quickly to force Bruno and Fernandes into a quick pass, who's still badgering on at the other Bruno. Bruno's still talking about that tackle. Sorry, Fernandes going at Bruno. Shut up, you buck-toothed, rabbit-headed twat. Honestly, get lost, man.
Yeah, Cole Palmer scored for Chelsea, incidentally. What a surprise.
Honestly, I mean, he's such a whinge bag. Just get on with the game, man. Anyway, Dubravka going to take the goal kick for Newcastle and hits it long towards Alexander Isak. It doesn't even reach him. Now, Bruno trying to get it under control. Little pass into Elliot Anderson. He's pushed over. No foul, says the referee. And the ball rolls out to play for a Manchester United throw. Elliot Anderson furious. Well, I thought it was as well. A clear push. Nothing given from the referee. And Wan-Bissaka will take this throw in right on the halfway line for Manchester United.
Elliot and Sean haven't really got into the game so far. This is why Bruno's having to play the midfield on his own. They've got to get into the game. And if they don't get into the game, we need to get Joe Linton on so that, just to even the numbers up a little bit. Yeah,
absolutely. Totally agree. Over 2,000 watching, guys. Thank you for tuning into Matchday Live right here on the Toon Review YouTube channel, the only and best place for Newcastle United commentary. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Here's Bruno Fernandes across to Dalot now. Dalot will go left again to Garnacho. Trippier is with him. Garnacho cuts back on his right foot, lays it back to Dalot. Dalot looking for that run from somebody, gives it back to Amrabat. He goes to Johnny Evans. Evans now, midway through Newcastle's half, lays it up to Wan-Bissaka. Not many options ahead of him, has to go to Menu. Back to Casemiro on the halfway line. Casemiro now will go long, looking for Menu, but it's a good header from Dan Burn, and Bruno spins away, and that's a foul again by Amrabat, and pretty cynical again.
That's
and
he gets away with one.
It is. How has he not been booked there?
Come on, Robert. You should need to get your arse in gear, yeah?
And the thing is, Billy, they've been quite cynical from Amrabat.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. It's always been on Bruno as well, hasn't it?
Of course he does, yeah. Here's Murphy now. Come on, run to the byline. You've got loads of space.
On the outside of him.
And then he whips it in towards Gordon. I don't understand why Murphy was hesitant there, Billy. He had all the space of Old Trafford to run into there.
Yeah,
but he does. Garnacho's fought him off the ball, and Dalot clears for Manchester United. And it's not a bad clearance if Fernandes can keep it in. And he can't. And Newcastle get away with that a little bit because we've gone to sleep a little bit. But I don't understand why Murphy was so hesitant to run to the byline there.
He's got to run at the byline because he knows that Dalot hasn't got a left foot. He can go on the outside of him all day long if he wants to.
Absolutely.
His right foot. I just don't. Yeah, it's sheepish. It's weak. It's weak.
Yep. Anyway, the ball is with Emil Kraft right now for Newcastle United in his own half still. Lays it into Sean Longstaff to Bruno. I mean, there's not much ahead of him. There's not much movement ahead.
There's not.
Lewis Hall now. Gordon is tracked back to get the ball, but he's in his own half. Spins trying to get away from Wan-Bissaka. Lays it into Elliot Anderson. Anderson all the way back to Dan Burn. Newcastle trying the patient build-up route this time. Emil Kraft on the ball. Lays it to Kieran Trippier. Trippier all the way back across to Dan Burn. To Lewis Hall. Hall trying to spin away from Ahmad and does really well. Hall bursts over the halfway line. Lays it out wide now to Anderson. Anderson inside to Bruno. Bruno looks for support, gets it from Emil Kraft. Kraft now will try and bring it over the halfway line into Trippier. Trippier's got a run from Murphy, but good defending by Dalot. And Trippier screaming. I think he was screaming at Isak there. There's just no movement, Billy.
No, none at all, is there? We're trying to suck them in, but so suck them in if no one's moving up front.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Lewis Hall now for Newcastle again. On the halfway line. Nice ball into Isak this time, who came and got the ball. Then he lays it off, and Elliot Anderson breaks into the box. It's a poor ball across again, though. Comes back to him on the edge of the box. Anderson trying to get create a gap. He's got Gordon in support. Here is Anthony Gordon now. Gordon on the edge of the box. What past one? Gordon lays it to Bruno. Will Bruno pull the trigger? He will. It's blocked. High ball in the air. Kraft with a brilliant header to Kieran Trippier. Really, really wanted to win that, but Trippier, and Anna hesitated. And McTominay managed to spin away from Bruno, and Manchester United now come forward. I mean, that was a real opportunity there. Anana hesitated completely, then decided he wasn't coming at all. Fernandez now goes back over the top for Garnacho. This is a chance. Great save, Dubravka. And he totally outdid Emil Kraft there for pace. There was no doubt about that. Lovely ball in from Bruno Fernandes, and Dubravka stayed big, Billy.
Yeah, end-to-end
It's a very tight angle, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, once again, it's the age-old thing. We keep going forward.
Trippier just gave up.
He did, yeah. He did. He just gave up, didn't he? It's not Kraft.
Look, he just stops running. Hey, come on. We've got to be better than that.
I don't know if he,
I don't like seeing that, Billy. I do not like seeing that.
Yeah, he looked like he was wincing a little bit, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. Man United's corner, in it comes. It's just headed away on the 6-yard box, and Ahmad tries a real spectacular left foot effort from the edge of the box, which flies over the bar. 27 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 0, right here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Please do keep subscribing if you're new. Billy, what do you reckon?
It's pretty even Steven at the moment. Both sides have had good spells of possession. The past 5 or 6 minutes has been end-to-end stuff, but it's not the highest quality, I've got to say, from both sides.
Maka says, what a save from Dubravka, but he won't get the credit. Well, we did say great save from Dubravka, actually, so turn your ears on. Man United there with a very strong bench tonight, as we do, so we never make things easy for ourselves, though, do we, Newcastle United? Gordon, nice little spin away from Casemiro. He's got him all day. Bread and butter for pace. Anderson goes back to Gordon again. Gordon on the edge, on the side of the box, plays the crossing corner. Newcastle, good defending Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, good move there, wasn't it? You know, the pace of Gordon's a threat to anyone, and certainly Casemiro's got no chance of keeping up with him. Strange that Wan-Bissaka isn't the one marking him, to be fair, but he comes inside. Anderson plays it back to him, and he does well to get back to Wan-Bissaka. He's got long legs, hasn't he? So he blocks it.
Yeah. Gillian Watson, thank you very much for gifting a Toon Review membership. Very kind. Thank you very much. I mean, Gordon's got Casemiro for pace on toast all day long, and we just haven't seen enough of that kind of where he's got that situation to run at Casemiro so far.
Well, to be fair, he's actually have it as well. It's not just
Absolutely. Corner to Newcastle United. Trippier again. This time again to the far post. Byrne gets ahead on it. It's high in the air. Isak jumps twice, not really convincingly, and somehow the referee's blown his whistle. And I think it's offside, to be honest. Again, just not convincing from these corners. I'm just... There's nothing happens from them. It's to the back post all the time. It's headed back across by Byrne, and then it just fizzles out.
I don't get why Kieran Trippier's back on him straight away, because Anthony Gordon was putting some good set piece in both the games.
Actually, yeah, absolutely. Here's Amrabat for Manchester United. 1-2 with Fernandes, and goes to the right-hand side now to Wan-Bissaka. He in turn plays the ball down the right, but Ahmad, well, he tried to let the ball roll across him, but it was hit at too much pace by Wan-Bissaka, and it's out for a throw into Newcastle.
Wan-Bissaka's a great defender, but he's awful going forward, isn't he? So I don't want to say awful. He's not. If he could go forward, he'd be the England right back for years, wouldn't he? But he can't.
100%, yeah. I mean, the thing that disappoints me, Billy, is we haven't made Anana make a save. I mean, Lewis Hall hit that long shot, but that's it.
Well, we haven't caused the centre-half much problems at all. And, you know, we've got 6-year-old Johnny Evans and Casemiro who couldn't beat us a one-legged tortoise in a race.
We need to go at them. We need to get more
we need to get control in the middle of the park. We need to get control in the middle of the park, and at the minute we haven't.
Go through the middle. Absolutely.
Anderson and Longstaff and Bruno to a certain extent, although Bruno's doing the work, trying to do the work of three men.
Trippier fires the ball down towards Murphy, but it's headed away again by Dallo. Amrabat now.
I mean, there should be a midfield player picking that up, and they weren't, They've got 5 men against our 3. So they're obviously going to be outmanning us.
It's just not clicking at the minute. Something's just not clicking. Fernandez, nice little touch over to Wan-Bissaka now, who's bursting forward for Man United, plays it into McTominay. Danger here. Burn comes across, doesn't lunge in, thank God. McTominay gets it back to Wan-Bissaka. Now Amrabat. I mean, they're getting too much space here.
Yeah, they have, yeah. There's always a man winning the ball, there's always a man in space, and this time it's Diallo.
Yeah, Diallo cuts inside into Anderson. Oh, little dummy. And Manu scores. Is he offside?
Got to be offside there.
Well, the flag has not gone up, but where on earth were Newcastle defenders?
Yeah, I've got to check that. He looks miles offside. He might not be, but he looks offside to me.
If he's not, Billy, there needs to be a serious conversation about where the hell the defenders were there.
Well, again, it's the midfielders. There's not enough midfielders.
I mean, that's a joke.
It is, yeah. It is.
I mean, now we just see the Man United fans celebrating the goal, Billy, just sitting in the seats clapping.
We'll see if it's offside here, won't we? We'll see if it's offside here. But we've given way too much space. There's always a man in free, and
he's miles on side, Billy.
Yeah, he is. He's miles on, isn't he?
I mean, it's Trippier's looking across, man.
Trippier again. Trippier. How many times have been caught doing that?
Oh man!
How many times have been caught doing that?
That is absolute sacrilege. He's looking right along the line, is Trippier.
Yeah, it's terrible defending. Absolutely terrible defending.
That's horse shit. That is absolute
that's
horse shit.
Ridiculously bad. Ridiculously bad.
Wow. Absolute horse shit. There's no other word for that. That is horse shit. But Billy, we've deserved it. We can't say that hasn't been coming because we've been shite.
Yeah,
no excuse for this.
We've offered nothing, have we?
No.
Gordon looks threatening. Hall looks threatening. Bruno's trying to do the work of 3 men. Can't do it. It's just been a really powerful performance after a promising start yet again.
Yeah, first 5 minutes, fair enough. But Jesus Christ. I mean, some people have been anonymous. Here's Gordon now. We try and build ourselves back into the game. Wan-Bissaka all over Gordon, but he spins and spins away from him again. Then plays a lovely ball out to the right-hand side to Jacob Murphy. Murphy, Trippier on the overlap. Murphy goes inside to Longstaff. Longstaff back across. There's no fucker there!
What's Isak doing on the penalty spot?
Why are we not taking a chance and running in on that?
Well, that's a brilliant ball from Longstaff as well,
It
really is.
And you really expect your striker to be there to finish that one off, Billy?
Yeah.
Bloody Nora, man.
It's a brilliant cross. It really is a brilliant cross. It's much like Kevin De Bruyne's last night against Spurs that Hall and tapped in. Exactly the same ball. Nobody there.
That's just saying, put me in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Chelsea now, of course, in 6th place, 3 points ahead of Newcastle United.
Yep.
And Manchester United.
Yep.
I mean, it just hasn't been good enough. We've been absolutely woeful. Woeful. There is no excuses for this. It is woeful.
Dare I say it, Ten Hag's out coaching Howie with the 5 in the middle of the park. You've got Amrabat and McTominay sitting in front of the back 4, and then you've got Bruno, Fernandez, you've got Diallo, and you've got Garnacho as a 3 in front of them. And then when we haven't got the ball, it's a 5, and with the outmanning us.
I mean, there's another long ball to Isak, and he can't get him. But then now a chance for Gordon. Oh, he's gone down, but I think it's a good tackle.
That's a brilliant tackle from Casemiro.
Yeah. Gordon took the ball off Amrabat, and Casemiro with a last-ditch tackle. And here come forward Manchester United again with Manu. Plays it inside, but we win it back. Here's Bruno now. Bruno taken down by the other Bruno. Free kick to Newcastle. In the centre circle. And Newcastle aren't happy. We're going to see a replay of the tackle here from Casemiro. Did he get... Ooh. I mean...
Yeah, I think
Amrabat's all over him.
Yeah, Amrabat's got his shirt, so... I mean, he ain't got him now. He has now.
I'm not sure.
They're not going to give that Old Trafford, are they?
No. Certainly worth a look.
Amrabat's fouling him.
Amrabat clipped him there before Casemiro tackled him. Watch there. See? So Gordon was already fallen before the tackle came in from Casemiro.
They're not going to give it that. It's Old Trafford.
Not a chance in hell at Old Trafford.
Chance on God's earth.
And as we thought, play goes on. You're never going to get them at Old Trafford.
If Amrabat had pulled out a bloody machete and cut Gordon's arm off, he wouldn't have got a penalty. So you ain't going to get for that.
I mean, I think it's a foul, Billy. I do. But you're never going to... Yeah, it is borderline. But you're never going to get them at Old Trafford in a million sodden years. Let's be honest. No chance.
Not with Jared Gillett VARing.
Long ball into the box for Newcastle. Bounces down. A pretty weak shot by Emil Kraft, but it comes to the edge of the box to Longstaff. Now to Murphy. Murphy goes to the byline. Clips one to the back post. Chance! That's in, surely! Oh! No goal line, no goal, says the referee. Check this watch to see if it vibrated, but somehow cleared off the line. And Newcastle come back with Anderson now. Anderson going at Amrabat. Gets to the byline, cuts in from the side, and Onana catches the ball. It's not a great ball in from Anderson. But Casemiro saves Manchester United again, right on the goal line.
We laughed at him, didn't we?
That is so close to going in.
It's not in there, is it?
It's not. No, let's be honest. Most of the ball looks like it's a cross.
It shouldn't really be there. You know what I mean? The two centre halves. No one's marking anyone. They shouldn't really be there. But he is more by luck than judgment, and it's a good clearance.
And Elliot Anderson is now booked for Newcastle.
Yeah, for his first foul. Unbelievable.
Yeah, don't think he's got any complaints about that. Big chance there, Billy. Big chance goes begging. And it remains 1-0 to Manchester United. Please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, as we thrust ourselves towards 30,000 here on the Toon Review. Thank you to all our new subscribers.
The question we've got to ask ourselves is, why is it taking a Manchester United goal to spur some sort of action?
Yeah, well, exactly. But that's that. How many times has that happened this season, though, Billy? Man United take a short free kick. It's played out wide, looking for Bruno Fernandes. And that's a good tackle from Anthony Gordon coming back and helping out his defenders. It's a poor free kick by Manchester United, really. Got that all wrong. A lot of people in the chat thinking it was a sane penalty, Billy. I mean, he was seeing it again here. Look, there. Just clips him there. And Gordon's already going down before the tackle's made.
He's also got hold of his arm. It's a penalty kick. That's a penalty kick.
And look at Gordon's sock.
Yeah, it's a penalty kick, that. But you're not going to get that at Old Trafford, folks. I mean, there's no point even trying to pretend that they're going to give a penalty against Man United at Old Trafford for that.
No. Anyway, the ball is with Dubravka. We've got around about 7 minutes to half-time, not including, obviously, any additional time added on by the referee. Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0. Dan Burn with the ball for Newcastle United, slowly walking it out. This is what I hate. When we walk it out like this, it annoys me, Billy. I have a dig at Fabian Schär for doing things like this.
Yeah.
But to be fair to Dan Burn, there's nothing in front of him. There's no movement.
No.
Now he has to go long, and that's Wan-Bissaka's every day of the week. Bruno now in the air. He's going to roll around like that for a while.
Well, he's no man, didn't it? So he's not going to stop playing, and he starts holding his head.
Which he's not. Newcastle United play on, and we're perfectly entitled. And the referee then blows his whistle as we play a ball down the right. It's not a head injury!
He's making out his head injury now, though, isn't he? Look, he's kind of blowing like a fish out of water. Yeah, that's scandalous.
It's McTominay that wipes him out. He doesn't even bang his head, Billy. It's not a head injury.
He's winded himself, if anything.
And as soon as Trippier plays the ball down the right to Murphy, who's in acres of space, the referee suddenly blows the whistle. Shocking.
I think he may have overhit the path, to be fair.
Well, I'm not sure, Billy. I think Murphy would have got onto that. Brandon Watson, thank you for your super chat. Look, lads, I like Anderson, but he looks like he can't get into the game. I can see why some people are frustrated with him. Joey on ASAP.
Well, I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, Anderson's not had a great game today.
Oh,
but I don't know why Joe Linton didn't start the game. I'm baffled. And I don't know how Casemiro dare claim a head injury because he didn't even bang his head on the floor there, Billy.
Well,
cheating bastards.
I don't know why the referee stopped play there. If that was the case, why did he let it go 10 seconds before he did stop play?
Yeah.
If he thought it was a head injury. Yeah, it's nonsense. Clearly, Mr. Fernandez shouted, head injury.
And what accent was that, Billy Bob?
It was an attempt at Portuguese, but it sounded more like someone from Cardiff, didn't it?
Yeah. As long as you don't try and do a Brighton accent, mate, you're fine. Just under 5 minutes left of the first half here at Old Trafford. It is Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0. Newcastle have been shocking. But they played a quick free kick in here to Murphy. Murphy trying to get the byline. Dallow's pulling his shirt.
That's a foul, yeah.
He does concede a corner, but where was the free kick there?
Seems like the referee doesn't know what pulling his shirt is. He's ignored two now and one in the box.
I mean, if we could see from the angle of the camera, Billy, then surely the referee or the linesman who's looking right at it.
Well, he certainly can, but he looks a bit of a dweeb, doesn't he, to be fair?
Now then, can Kieran Trippier do anything with a corner? He certainly hasn't with his other ones today so far. In it comes again, and it's a terrible one. Headed away. Really poor corner. That's good play from Lewis Hall. Hall might fancy this again from the edge of the box. He's looking for some movement. Didn't get any. Gordon plays a sweeping ball out to the right. Trippier first time across. Amrabat behind. Newcastle corner again.
Get Trippier off the corners and get Gordon on them. But there's a bit of something to tonight. Now we're saying there's been disjointed aggressive him and that, but they're all high-fiving each other. We've allowed them to do this, and that's the bit that's
we've allowed them to get the confidence up. Trippier again to the back post. Bruno doesn't control it, and had he was completely unmarked. Just bounces over him. Gordon now sweeps another cross-forward ball in. Great ball, great take, chip back, and again there's nobody there for Newcastle, and it's headed behind by Casemiro.
Yeah, they're starting to panic now, but look, the high fives are going again. We're going to score sooner or later because this back.
What a ball that is from Gordon, Billy.
It's a fantastic pass, a great spot, and a great. It's brilliant.
Took it really well as well.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Corner to Manchester United, but Casemiro has saved Manchester United on a couple of occasions now. In comes the corner again. Bruno! Oh, he's wide.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, free header as well.
Yeah, should have scored maybe.
I think Onana definitely thought I'm beaten here, and then he just watched it. Oh, it's miles away. Miles away.
There's lots of players to get past to get into the net, to be fair to him, but I mean, he should have got it on target at least, shouldn't he?
Yeah, at least on target, yeah.
He's trying to kind of lop it into that far corner at the top of the net, isn't he?
Indeed. Keith Truscott, thank you for a super chat. He says, right now, we're staying in 7th. Come on, Eddie. Earn your money because this is shite.
Well, it's improved the past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's took a goal to do it.
Very slightly, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Dallo with a flick on. Again, looking for the run of Garnacho. Again, poor defending. And Newcastle appealing left, right, and centre for offside. And this time they do get the decision. But, my God, we don't look right at the back. We look all over the place.
Mr. Trippier,
it's very panicky defending.
Well, if Tino Livermento's doing that, what Trippier just did there, he didn't stand behind the whole play. He done a Casemiro, basically, isn't he?
Yeah.
Exactly what Casemiro did against Arsenal. It's the exact same thing.
Burn now again looks for options, trying to bring it out of defence. Now Lewis Hall, he will bring it forward. Hall, good ball into Isak. One touch on to Bruno now. Bruno forced back and play it out to Kraft. Kraft will go to the right to Trippier. Trippier now has a bit of space to pick out a pass. Goes across to Dan Burn. Burn again across to Lewis Hall.
Well, it's Elliot Anderson, in fact.
Anderson on the right, left. But he's played the ball to the right. It's a great ball as well for Kieran Trippier. Trippier looking for options. Gets it to Bruno. Bruno spins away from McTominay. Back again. Out to Trippier. Back to Bruno. There's just no angle for a cross there. And it goes to Dan Burn. Across to Lewis Hall now. Again, Elliot Anderson wanting it left. Anderson back to Hall. Newcastle getting a bit of possession here. Now Gordon. He will run at Amrabat. And Amrabat can tell. He's gone past Amrabat. He's pulled the ball back. It's another corner to Newcastle United. And we've got to try and get these corners going here. Dan Robinson, thank you for a super chat. We're playing against 12 men with 9. It's a joke.
Well, it reminds me of the Carabao Cup final that they've scored a goal and they're defending on it. And they're going to try and hit us on the counter-attack. Again, this is
73% possession in the last 10 minutes for Newcastle, Billy.
Yeah, if we get the goal, I think we'll win the game. But we've got to score very sharpish because we're on top here. We're on top here. Don't expect too much
In
injury
comes the
time
corner again, and it's another one to the back post, which Dan Burn can't control. And Man United clear it for a throw. They're just not good enough corners, man.
Yeah, I agree. 3 minutes.
George Hayes, thank you very much for your super chat. I haven't seen you in a while, George. Hope you're well. I'm driving back from Savannah to Orlando, pondering if I'm listening to Saturday's game again. Yeah, that's a good ball, though. Murphy's at the byline. Murphy's low ball in is absolutely shocking to absolutely nobody.
Abject, yeah.
What on earth was that? And now Man United breaking on the far side here with Ahmad. And they're getting men forward. Garnacho's at the far post. Ahmad inside to McTominay, and it's double deflected. But Man United still get a corner. That was awful from Murphy, Billy. I mean, he had the chance to pick a Newcastle player out, and he pulls it back to the edge of the box where there's nobody there but a red shirt.
Well, he's not looking, is he? It's a sublime pass. And then this is that counter-attack that they're playing for. It's the whole game, really, counter-attack stuff. They've seen Forest do it. They've seen Bournemouth do it. They've seen Luton do it. And now they're doing it on their own pitch.
I mean, this is a terrible Man United side. I'm sorry, but that's how bad we've been.
Yeah.
It's a terrible Man United side, and we just haven't... Oh...
We probably don't deserve to be behind at this point now, to be fair.
Well, we could be even more here. There's a chance for Manchester United. A little 1-2. Manu going all the way. Ahmad, and tackled at the last second. I thought nobody was going to put a challenge in there. And Bruno can only run it out to play for Newcastle, challenged by 3 Man United players.
No one offered any support for him. That was ridiculous. Bruno on his own, yet again. What's Murphy doing over there, by the way? What's he doing anyway there?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell's going on, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, the manager needs to have a serious word with some of these at half time because 3 or 4.
That's an awful clearance from Trippier straight to Fernandes, who Fernandes then goes all the way back to Onana from literally outside Newcastle's penalty area.
Well,
I'm not sure what that was for, whether just to run down till half time, but that's an awful kick from Onana. Comes straight to Jacob Murphy over the halfway line. Murphy, he's got Sean Longstaff here. Bruno's made a good run. Bruno now. Dalot goes to him. Evans goes to him, pushes him out the way. And again, Sean Longstaff there going in with Amrabat. You know, it's like rabbits in a headlights. It really is. You just got to put a challenge in there. It's 50-50. Get yourself stuck in.
I'm not sure it was a Man United throw, mind.
You what, mate?
I'm not sure it was a Manchester United throw. I mean, Amrabat went through the ball, kicked it.
Yeah.
I think Longstaff shits out of it, to be fair.
Yep.
Disappointed. But I don't think we actually deserve to be behind now. I mean, on balance.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think we've been shite. I really do.
We have been shite.
We should be so much better than this Manchester United side. As the halftime whistle blows, it is Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0 at halftime. And it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. It's, again, a decent start from Newcastle United, and it puts you in a good frame of mind thinking, yeah, we're up for this. And then all of a sudden, it just goes to shit again, Billy.
Well, we need to get control in the middle of the park. That's where we're losing the game. Anderson and Longstaff have been not abject. They've been poor against the 5 that Man United have got in there. We need to get Joe Linton on to kind of even the numbers a bit. Get Bruno into the game more because at the minute, you know, it's kind of they're dominating there. Counter-attack stuff. They've got something to hold on to, and it's hard to break them down. However, having said all that, we should have had a penalty, and we had one cleared off the line as well. And it's not been great. I'd get Shaw on at half time, take Trippier off, put Kraft right back.
Yeah, but we know he'll probably make no changes at half time. Ronan Tyrrell, thank you all the way out there in New Zealand. Thank you for your super chat. Another game, another stale, slow build-up NUFC in attack. Get into the final third, and we put on the brakes. I mean, it's just... I don't understand what the instructions are to Newcastle tonight, because it's clear that Manchester United have 2 centre-backs who are easily beatable with pace. And there's only once we've tried using that. Yeah,
I mean, Isak's kind of not got the pace at the minute. We need to get Gordon into the game more. When we're getting it to him, he's causing havoc, but we're not getting to him enough. Jacob Murphy's been awful on the right-hand side. We need to get him off. Maybe put Gordon out there and Barnes on the other side. I don't know. He needs to make changes because at the minute, this isn't good enough. They've got something to hold on to. And if they keep defending the way they are, then they're going to win the game, aren't they? We need to change something to kind of get back into it.
Indeed. Jens, thank you for another super chat. He says, Trips, WTF, 100% fit, he said, and +3 only. Well, look, I'm seeing a lot of people as well saying that, saying, oh, well, Isak's had no service. Come on. You've got to do better than what he's doing. We've had some good opportunities in the box where your striker should be on numerous occasions, and he hasn't been there. You know,
I agree.
We love Isak. We absolutely love him. But at the same time, he can be really frustrating. And tonight is one of those things where the balls come across and he hasn't been there. And he's not even challenging to be there.
He's not that physical. I mean, Casemiro and Evans are eating him up for breakfast, aren't they? Basically.
Yeah.
Easy for them. And there hasn't been a centre forward in the Premier League that they've been able to say that about. And yet Alexander Isak is. But we need to get the ball in the right areas, down the channels. Not in the air to him. It's got to be down the channel so he can use his pace. But at the minute, we're not seeing, are we? Because they're cutting off all them balls. I mean, McTominay and Amrabat, especially Amrabat, have done a really good job for them first half.
Yeah. DJ Ellison, thank you for your super chat. So frustrating this again, man. Far too many passengers in our team. Joe Linton and Barnes need to be on at half time. Let's at least go for it, man. For fuck's sake, he says. Keith Truscott, thank you for yours. Absolute dog shite now. We need subs making it half time, but we know it won't be till 8 o'clock. Cannot believe we're being outdone by them. Sam?
Hola.
Just what's your thoughts?
Well, not the start that I think any of us expected. We just feel wide open. Like, what are we playing at? Like, we need Joe Linton on. We need an intimidator on right now. They are just having too much open space for this game. And, Tripp's mistake has cost us, and the stats don't reflect it. We still look threatening. It's just it's been a silly mistake, and it's super frustrating.
It's quality at the end of the day, isn't it? We're just lacking quality at the final third again, and we said this on Saturday that we're not cutthroat enough at the top end of the pitch at the minute. KK Chia, thank you for your super chat. Trips cost us so many games this season. Kush de la Kush, thank you for your super chat. Making Evans and Casemiro look like prime Vidic and Ferdinand, playing Anderson, Longstaff and Murphy is like playing with 8 men away from home. I mean, I think Longstaff's made a couple of decent runs. He's put a couple of good balls across the box, but Elliot Anderson's been poor tonight. He's had nothing to do in the game. He's just been very poor. But Sam, we've had a few people in the chat saying that Isak, don't have too much of a go at him because he's had no service. But there's been crosses into the box tonight where you'd expect your striker to be, and there's nobody there.
I saw him glued to the spot off Murphy's cross. I've credited Isak with being more mobile throughout the past couple of weeks, but tonight that pause and look around, it was like a comic book stance. Like, please, I just need you to. You've had the service, white glove, go for goal. What are you doing? It's super, super frustrating to actually see and watch as a fan. It's absolutely driving me nuts. I think we need Joe Linton. We need somebody who's going to intimidate them, who can press forward, who can get the ball up and provide. Gordon, I think, has been fantastic. Bruno at the same time. I'm just super frustrated.
Well, Bruno's on his own, isn't he? Bruno's on his own. He's got no help from the other two.
This is it. And again, every time I think of Bruno, I'm thinking, what is he thinking? Like he's not got the quality around him to support the type of play that he knows he is capable of. And it is now costing us points. Fair play to Dubs in the first half. He's made a couple of saves, which I can't argue with. Absolutely. But Like,
well, nothing's been Dubravka's fault. Absolutely. I mean, he's made a couple of saves he made. I mean, the punch he should not have made. He should have collected that. And then the save he made, I don't know where he was trying to put the ball. But apart from that, they haven't gone in the back of the net, so you can't really look at that. The players need to take a good hard look at themselves in that dressing room at halftime. This is not a good Manchester United side. I've said this multiple times through that first half. This is a terrible Man United side with Casemiro and Evans as centre-backs who are just strolling through this game. Just strolling through. Nick Thornton, thank you, Super Chat. How has to show a ruthless side right now? Get Anderson and Murphy off for J7 and Barnes, or we deserve to lose this. Shame we can't replace Trippier. And we've also got one in from Ike for PM. Trippier typically taking all the dead balls. It's my ball. I'm a naughty schoolboy. Excuses made for players not coming back in. What the fuck? I mean, Billy's mentioned that a few times, Sam, in the first half. The fact that Trippier's straight back on, he's on set pieces and they've just been shite.
Rubbish. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think this is the time where we see Eddie trusting players, and even like I have to an extent as a fan as well. But goodness me, it really does hurt in these moments. Like Trippier needs time to bed in, and we are not seeing it. We're not seeing it, and it's really hurting us in this first half. And goodness me, like seeing those stats of where it stands at the moment, like this is to play for, lads. Come on, I'm seeing the pace, I'm seeing the intensity. The focus from trips, is that going to cost us? That's going to weigh.
Well, he switched off for the goal because he was looking across that line. How he did not realise that he wasn't in line. As a player of his experience and calibre,
it's uncharacteristic. It's
Absolutely.
uncharacteristic. In fairness, I think we do need to be fair. He's been a great servant in the past and really provided for us. But right now, we need intimidation tactics. We need J7 on. We need the press. We need to push them hard. They have disadvantages that we should be taking advantage of and exploiting right now. The team lineup at the moment does not provide that. I would love Eddie to make substitutions at halftime. Do not be giving me no Eddie's o'clock at 65 minutes here. I want to see them on at halftime to make a change in this play. We cannot lose this. We need to go for it.
He's got to show a ruthless side at halftime. He really does.
Absolutely.
Bood, who's been a member for 27 months. Thank you very much for your support. Not quite understanding all the negative shite in the comments. We've not been as bad as everyone is making out. Individual error has cost us. I think, Bood, the fact of the matter is we're playing against a drastically poor Manchester United side, and they are making, we're making the likes of Casemiro and Evans look like prime centre-backs. It's not good enough against the team that we are going up against. We should be better. Our team on paper should be absolutely dominating this Manchester United side, and we're just not. It's been really, really poor. But, everyone's entitled to their opinion, of course. I mean, I just think we've been rotten. Dan, thank you for another super chat. He says, Joe Linton should have started, put the fear of God in their midfield by kicking the crap out of Fernandes and Menu. Though the ref is weak as Fook. The ref's been poor. I mean, the ref, Amrabat should have been in the book a few times already. Graham Ritchie, thank you for yours. We must bring Joe on now. Do you think he will, Billy? Do you think he'll make changes?
No, I don't. I don't think he'll do it till his usual time. He should have them now, yeah, I agree. There's something lacking in that middle of the park, and Joe Linton's the ideal man to put it right, but I don't think he'll do it yet. He should, though.
Yeah, he should. Kieran's, thank you for your super chat. I know for a fact Pope would have stopped that shot. Well, I'm not so sure. It was pretty much like from 5 yards out. I mean, I'm not blaming Dubravka for that goal.
He was in wide open space.
The defendant was garbage.
Yeah.
Trolls, thank you for gifting a Toon Review membership. Very kind, my friend. This is one of the worst Man United sides I can remember, says Degsy. Delusional fans at it again. Playing for Europa and Super Chatter says it's not a big deal. I disagree, Paul. Yes, they are shite, but we have Kraft at centre back. We are worse.
I think Kraft's a better centre back than Casemiro.
Yeah. Truth Factory says Man United seem to be playing with the problem players out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're going about Rashford, they're going about Højlund. They're not in the side, and suddenly they're high-fiving each other. The team spirit seems right up at Manchester United tonight. John says, how is afraid to sub Trippier? We all know it. Total bottle job who always picks his mates ahead of the form players. I don't think if Livermento's injured, I don't think he had a choice tonight in right back. But it's what he does now, though. Billy, is the important thing.
It saved him a decision to make, and I think he would have played Trippier anyway. I don't think Lewis will be playing if Livermento was fit. If I'm perfectly honest, we don't know that, but I mean, he always goes back to Trippier, doesn't he? And yet again, I mean, it's cost us a few times this season. Let's be honest.
Jody Mag says, although as shite as we have been, the ref has definitely been helping Man United all that first half. No changes. Then Miggy for Murphy on 60 minutes. Oh God, no, Dan. 80s Gamer says, at least Paul has the bollocks to speak the truth. I will. And I don't care if people come at me. We've been shite. And it's got to be better against a side that, I mean, Burnley put up a better fight than what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And Burnley should have won that game.
It's about the Carabao Cup. It's the same as the final. You know, they were crap against us in the final, but they scored, had something to hang on to, and then hit us on the counter. Simple as that. It's the same kind of game. It's the only way they can play, and we've allowed them to do it.
Nick Thornton sent in a super chat. He says, if Howe wants to be more than an also-ran manager, this is the time to show his ruthless side. The result is all that counts right now. Exactly. It's not about, upsetting players. It's not about saying to players, you've been shite, I'm making a change. That will get you more respect than it will anything else by saying enough is enough. You haven't done it. I've given you a chance and you haven't done it. Therefore, the next 45, I am making changes. And he should say to the substitutes, you bust your asses and prove to me why I should have started you in this game. It's got to happen. And if he doesn't, then he's bottling it. I'm sorry, he's bottling it again. And I'm furious because I expected us to come into this game, Sam, and dominate Manchester United because I don't care if it's at Old Trafford. This Man United side is just terrible. And even Man United fans have said that. And then we go here and absolutely just roll over and take it up the backside.
Oh, 100%. And we've got, public notice here in the chat. Cheer up, Sam. Jog on. I am not happy with this performance. I don't think any Newcastle United fan would be happy. So stuff you and jog on because I'm not happy with this performance at all. This is a diminished,
we'll always get the happy clappers coming at you.
A browbeaten Manchester United side with a rubbish team that's been put out. And positionally out of form that we should be walking through right now to that European place, and we are not. So forgive me for not smiling. Well,
incidentally,
the
teams
camera.
are back out. The teams are back out. Eddie Howe's just had a long conversation with Fabian Schär, but then Schär's gone back to sit down. Sam, we'll catch up with you full time. Take care.
Hope it's back.
See you, Sam.
Bye-bye.
And Manchester United will get the second half underway. There is no changes. So, anybody that was wanting to see them. Jens, thank you for your super chat. Making a comment about Mr. Longstaff getting into good positions, but passing has been abysmal. Please, we've had to restart the half. So there you go. I'm not sure why the referee did that, but he called it all back. And we go again. So I'm just waiting for the clock to get to 15 seconds, and then I'll start it again right now. Well, let's see what this half brings us, shall we? But no changes at halftime. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel in our quest to get near 30,000 subscribers. Here's Bruno on the edge of the box. Plays it wide for Isak. Isak pulls it back to Bruno. Not the best pass, but Bruno's shot is into Onana's hands. That's certainly more positive.
Yeah, it was a good tackle from Bruno on Diallo, wasn't it? And then he sprayed it out to Isak. The ball wasn't great to Isak, to be fair. It was behind him, but he stopped, laid it back to Bruno. He just got the shot in. Amrabat did well to kind of put him off, really. Yeah, it wasn't the best pass back from Isak to Bruno, was it? It was kind of, but then Bruno kind of scuffed his shot as well. It nearly kind of fooled the goal. Yeah, it deflected off Amrabat, didn't it, and went the other way.
But, of course, there wasn't enough pace on it to force it to go. Oh, dear. Man United find themselves in acres of space, but eventually we get it clear. Quite frantic start to this second half. But that was an awful ball from Lewis Hall, and Man United get it back.
Yeah, panic, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, they'll be looking to kill the game off, Manchester United, if they can get an early goal second half.
Yeah.
I'm staggered he's made no changes, Billy.
So am I.
Well, in a way I'm staggered, but in a way I'm not, because I know he just doesn't do it at halftime.
Well,
I wonder what that conversation was with Fabian Schär, though, because I thought he was maybe...
How are you feeling, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Can you do half an hour for us?
Yeah.
Can you do 22 minutes for us when any o'clock goes off? I don't know. But I'm guessing it's something along them lines.
Yeah. Casemiro now, long ball to the far side, headed away by Kieran Trippier. On by Longstaff, only to Amrabat. Very poor header.
Yeah, but he's got to be spoken to there. Someone's got to tell him he's got time and take it down.
Yeah. But that's been the problem, Billy.
There's no communication.
It looks like there's no communication in our midfield so far.
Yeah, I agree.
And really, the second half has just started as the first half went on. Just Newcastle United careless in possession.
Yeah.
That's a heavy touch, though, from Fernandez. Now Isak on the edge of the box. He's got Gordon in space. Here is Anthony Gordon. Gordon, not a great shot. And then I'm not sure what that was from
Anderson.
I mean, that was
dreadful.
Dear God, Billy.
Good defending from Casemiro again, though. It's man of the match performance from him, isn't it? After all the maligning he's had over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
He's had a very good game for them today.
I mean, Gordon here, tried to get through Casemiro, but what is that from Anderson?
But he's trying to place that into the far corner.
Yeah.
He's placed it near the far corner of the post, really. Dreadful. Not been great today, Anderson.
I mean, this is how bad Newcastle have been when Casemiro has been Manchester United's man of the match, given how he's playing at centre-back, and he's 105 years old. But Newcastle again coming forward. Isak plays a nice ball into Murphy. Murphy's ball across! Yes! Anthony Gordon, you beautiful son of a bitch!
Get in there!
It's 1-1! Get in! And it's time to go and grab your granny because she is going to buy a motorcycle and ride with the Hells Angels. It's 1-1. Billy, that is just an absolute... I thought Murphy had whipped in the cross too hard. He's onside. It's a brilliant goal from Anthony Gordon, Billy.
It's a terrific cross from Murphy. But once again, Man United giving the ball away and allowing us to attack. Amrabat this time at fault. They're terrible in the back third of the field. What a terrific ball that is from Murphy, and Gordon finishes at the plumb. Oh no, I had no chance. But this pass,
I thought he'd overhit that, and then
he's whipped it now. He's whipped it, and Gordon there with his right foot. Terrific finish. Terrific goal.
That's an awesome goal, and that should give us some motivation now just to go at them.
Absolutely.
We've been crying out for that the whole bloody game.
Yeah, I mean, they're so poor at keeping the ball at the back, aren't they? They give us chances, and let's create ones ourselves now. We can take these to the cleaners here.
Of course we can. I've been saying it the whole game that this is a poor Man United side. Just go at them. Longstaff smashing ball across the Trippier on the far side. Now back to Emil Kraft. Kraft taking his time on the halfway line. And away goes Murphy again, chasing Dalot. Dalot has to go back to Onana. Come on, close him down, Isak. Onana, left-footed clearance. Not the best. Bruno now for Newcastle United. Bruno towards the penalty area, looking for a runner. Got it from Murphy. Sorry, from Isak. Now Murphy, back to Bruno. Bruno cuts inside, trying to find Longstaff. Longstaff does well. Hold to the floor. No fouls as the referee. Well, come on. Murphy wins it back, though. Plays it inside. It's intercepted by Dalot, and Man United clear. But we have it back now with Dan Burn, who plays a looping ball to the right, looking for Kieran Trippier. Does really well to keep it in. Trippier now fires a ball. Brilliant ball. That to Anderson. Anderson now. Can he get it out his feet? No, he can't.
Yeah, Elliott's kind of the one, isn't he? He's
Yeah, the move breaking down, and now Ahmad breaks for Manchester United. Inside to McTominay. He spreads that's a fabulous ball. And Kieran Trippier didn't get enough on it. And Emil Kraft taking no chances ahead of Dubravka as Garnacho came pounding in.
Yeah, it's a terrific ball from McTominay. Trippier's caught underneath it, staring in the floodlights. Terrible from Trippier, that. But Emil Kraft was alive to it. And so it's fair to him, it was Dubravka. I think he'd have got that.
Yeah.
But he should have shouted Dubravka, my ball, and he didn't, did he? Keeper's ball.
No. I've got, at the moment, 51 minutes, 12 seconds on my clock.
Me too.
And it's going to be a Manchester United corner, which Bruno Fernandes will take. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel, as usual, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. You're watching Matchday live here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. It is a corner to Manchester United, 1-1 at Old Trafford.
Got to be
a lot of pushing and shoving as usual.
Here, isn't he? Well,
they played it short. Bruno Fernandes hits a shot. It's a good save by Dubravka to his right.
What's that, Murphy?
And Murphy's clearance is, well, dog rot, but Man United have given the ball away here. And now Anthony Gordon. It's a 3-on-1 for Newcastle. Gordon, he's got Isak in here. Alexander Isak. It's a wonderful tackle for a Ram. How did he not? Oh, that, for God's sake.
Oh,
You've got to be kidding me.
Amrabat's got no pace, and yet he managed to pull back against three attackers. That's got to be a goal.
That is shambolic of the highest order.
I mean, he didn't even go with Gordon. He thought, I'll watch the pass instead. Gordon maybe should have gone on his own, but he played it in for it. Oh, it's a fantastic tackle from Amrabat. You've got to give him credit.
It is, but he should never have been given the chance,
It's his first touch from Isak again. It's
a 3-on-1.
Yeah. And now Amrabat's, no doubt he's knackered, but it's a corner anyway. Yeah, he's got to score there.
That's. I can't believe that. I just can't believe it.
Maybe Gordon should have gone a little bit further with the ball.
Maybe.
Like
But he probably thought he slid it into Isak, and Isak would have the pace to disappear into the night sky past Amrabat, and it didn't happen.
Clearly not. It looks like Gordon's taking this corner, by the way. Am I right?
I'm trying to see.
I thought I saw a shot.
Yes, he is. There. Yep, Gordon's corner. Looks for Dan Burn. Burn heads it down, but it's blocked. Burn goes after Mainu now, who takes it into the corner, and then Dan Burn slides in, and it's a Man United throw deep in their own half. Something's going on here with VAR, Billy. The referees just stopped play. Are they looking at a possible penalty?
Handball, maybe?
Oh, handball!
Oh, that's handball. Yeah, Diallo's handball. Is it close to his side?
No, his arm's out.
No, that's a penalty.
That's got to be a penalty.
Well,
surely that's a penalty.
Well, they're very concerned about it, do they? It's not.
Oh my Lord! Wow, I mean, you just don't get a penalty at Old Trafford, do you? You just don't.
Just been Gordon now as well, and a foul there as well.
I know his arm was down by his side, but it was slightly out as well, though. It wasn't completely down by his side. If you look at that again, it wasn't, close to his body.
No.
I bet that's given at the other end, though. You guaranteed it would.
Yeah, they're not showing it again, are they?
No.
Terrible tackle winning on Gordon.
By the way, holding his ankle.
It was a terrible tackle on him. Terrible tackle. Not a thing from the referee.
Yeah, this is particularly worrying. He's back on his feet now. Trippier's picked him up. I don't think he wanted to get treatment because he didn't want to go off the field.
Yeah.
He's back up.
They're not showing the tackle again, but it was an absolute shocker. I think it was Mainu.
Eddie there in deep conversation with Jason Tyndall. 10 minutes gone in the second half. We have responded, guys. Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 1. And we've got a free kick here in a very good position, which again, Anthony Gordon is going to take.
Yeah. So we need to keep our foot on the throat here and just strangle any life out of them because we can take these to the cleaners. Keep saying it.
Yeah. So it's going to be Gordon to take the free kick. Here it comes. Anana catches really well, actually. Good catch by the goalkeeper under a lot of pressure there.
Chelsea 2 up.
Oh. Well, we're fighting now, Billy. That's the main thing. We're not bending over to Man United anymore. But I generally think maybe Joe Linton should be coming on for Anderson just to give us that little bit of spark in midfield.
Yeah. I think we'll see Rashford soon as well because he's warming up and ready to come on. He hasn't played for a while, but he can be dangerous, can't he?
Yep. Long ball headed away, but
Trippier,
not a great
what are you
header.
waiting for it for?
And Manchester United have another opportunity in another corner. Trippier makes the tackle, and it's Newcastle defenders' turn to high five everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't great from Trippier in the first place, so here.
He stands away off Garnacho there.
Yeah, he got back, but I mean, Man United are dangerous from corners. I mean, that's a mismatch there in Evans on Trippier.
Just a bit.
He's full above him.
Anthony Gordon's he's not looking good, Billy. He's looking very, very uncomfortable on that ankle. Corner comes in, it's a shocker, but a terrible header from Murphy, and Ahmad has smashed it home from the end of the box. And just as we were getting back into the game and things were looking good, we go and stick our bloody... Honestly, what is it with sticking hacksaws up our asses all the time? I mean, it's a brilliant strike from the kid.
Yeah, it's a great strike. It's
But
in the
the
centre of the
header
goal.
was shocking.
It's in the centre of the goal as well, though. It's a terrible header, but...
Well, I want to see from the goalkeeper's point of view here, but I mean, that was just...
Set pieces are dangerous one, and, you know, I mean, look at that. 40 million quid, mate. You paid about 4 times. Mackham twat.
I mean, here comes the corner. It's to the near post. Murphy's header is as... I mean...
Oh, I don't think the keeper's saving that, to be fair. That's a bit harsh.
It's a wonderful hit by Diallo. It's a brilliant hit.
Yeah, it's a fantastic goal.
I mean, he catches that sweet as a nut on the half volley. That is hit with thunder.
Well, he got a hand to it, did he?
He did, yeah. He got a little touch on it. But it is Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 1. And again, we can only blame ourselves because it was shite defending. I mean, Billy, as a kid, if a corner comes in like that and you go to head it away, you are told to head it out of play. Why has he headed that back inside? There's no excuse for shocking play like that. None.
I think a fully fit Gordon might have got to it as well, to be fair. But yeah, it was a shocking header. Just got his head on it and he glanced it. Great finish, mind. Really good finish.
Oh,
so we've been on top. We've been totally on top in the second half. And this is what I keep saying about Man United. They've scored while we were on top. They're a very lucky side. It's more about luck than anything else.
Well, there wasn't anything luck about the finish, Billy. It was a wonderful hit on the half volley. Let's be fair to Diallo. On his left foot, it was absolute rocket of a shot.
Yeah, great finish. Gordon is limping. No doubt about that.
He's not going to be able to stay on. No way. No way. And Anderson again takes a heavy touch, but gets the ball back. And the Man United player rolling around off the field this time. It's Diallo, but he's off the field, so we should be able to play on, no problem.
It's his own fault. The linesman should be tending to him and get on with the game.
I'll tell you what, did Anderson get the ball there? Oh, I'm not so sure he did, you know.
Well, I can't go to VAR for it anyway.
No, absolutely not.
He's been booked, hasn't he?
I mean, he's rolling onto the pitch. Give our, will ya?
We need to make changes. I mean, Gordon's clearly not fit. We need to get him off. I'd actually bring Almiron on for him on the left-hand side.
I mean, you know what it is, Billy? As it stands now, Chelsea are 3 points off Tottenham with a better goal difference.
They are, but Spurs have got Sheffield United last game, haven't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, here's that goal again. I mean, Dubravka had players in front of him, but you're not going to... That was
To be honest, though, to be on his own there should be someone coming out to close that down. There isn't. There's no one in the vicinity. It's a brilliant finish. I agree.
Yeah.
But the organisation of the defence there ain't great.
Yeah.
Anyway, the game started and we're still watching Ahmad and side. Here comes some changes.
The 60-minute mark, and it's Joe Linton and Miggy who are the players that are coming on for Newcastle. And I'm sorry to say it, that's awful, Emil Kraft. He's given the ball away, and Manchester United now on the attack and have a spare man on this far side. Kieran Trippier had pushed too far up the field. Garnacho. But we managed to get players back. Diallo now, he's going to fancy a shot from a long way. Oh, Dubravka! Dear God! Why isn't he catching that?
Weak from Hall there as well.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh. I mean, get rid of the ball, for God's sake!
Finally.
Gordon now we can get back now, to be fair. Gordon now under Isak. Isak's got Gordon belting ahead of him. Isak takes a few challenges and was pulled back by Casemiro. And rightly so. Casemiro starts crying to the referee.
Get him in the book.
Definitely a foul.
Descent there. Get him in the book.
I mean, let's have a look at that again. He's pulled him back. I'm not so sure, actually, there was a foul there, but I don't care. I don't really care. I just... Why hasn't he booked him?
Very weak referee.
I mean, how much is he... Oh, he has been booked. Shouting at the referee, deservedly goes into the book. Man United's first booking of the game. Joins Elliot Anderson. And it's 3 changes for Newcastle. The first one off is Elliot Anderson for Joe Linton. Probably should have been made at half-time, let's be honest.
Yeah, I wonder if Gordon's going to stay on. Be interesting.
Joe has a very powerful run. I think he is, because Murphy's the other one coming off for Miggy.
Yeah.
So Gordon's obviously managed to run that off.
Share for Trippier, you'd think.
Yes, it is. It's Kieran Trippier who's coming off, and so that means Kraft will nip across to right back. And I would think that Dan Burn will get the captain's armband. He give it to Fabian Schär, but Schär's coming on the pitch now and gives it to Dan Burn. Right, come on, boys. Let's see what we can do here. Let's just have a run at them, shall we? Free kick in a good position. It's going to be Anthony Gordon to swing it into the penalty area again. Bouncing around, Joe Linton trying to get there. Cleared by Manchester United as Bruno Fernandes thumps it up the pitch. Ahmad's given chase. And Dubravka's just absolutely, well, what on earth? What on earth was that header?
Stay off the pitch, Nobbed. Stay off the pitch. Somebody don't know.
He'll go back on.
Get down now, look. Got an arse burn off the pitch. What a shame.
Yeah. Well, it serves them right, really, for having a terrible side of the pitch, isn't it? Here's Emil Kraft. Now on to Almiron. What can Miggy do? Just slows it up, gives it back to Big Joe. Plays it back to Fabian Schär now. Good to see him back. And Schär plays a lovely ball over the top. Can we keep it in? No, he can't, because Miggy's got no right foot.
Foot's in it, for Christ's sake.
Well, there's the problem right there, Billy. I mean, he could have... Yeah. If he had tried to get that with his right foot, he probably would have kept it in. And, you know, just... It doesn't matter if it goes out of play. At least you've tried. Instead of a powder, just letting it run out, just swing your right foot at it.
I'd have preferred to see Gordon go against Diallo, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, of course, Miggy did play on the left-hand side in the Carabao Cup game and had a lot of success.
He did.
But all that hard work to get back in the game is so frustrating when it gets taken away from you like that. It just is. So frustrating.
It's a breakdown in communications for me. So have him so open.
Yeah, Garnacho now running at Emil Kraft. Turns and lays it back to Amrabat. Nobody on Amrabat at all. Good defended by Lewis Hall. But clever play by Diallo. He's a good player, this kid, I tell you.
He is, yeah.
Oh, Fernandes has made a run. He's onside. He's into the box. Great defending, Dan Burn. It goes out for a corner, and Fernandes has gone clattering into the advertising boards. But he's all right. And he'd made a brilliant run there, Bruno Fernandes. But great recovery defending by Dan Burn. Well, he didn't hit the boards, actually. He just went rolling down onto the AstroTurf again and burnt his back.
Well, he just burnt his arse.
We call him the fire brigade, shortly. He's got that many burns on him. And he was tackled by Burn as well.
yeah.
Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your super chat. If we lose Eddie, we'll be gone, says Peter.
I'm not sure about that.
No. Anyway, in comes the corner. Flicked on at the near post, cleared away. But again, only as far as Diallo on the edge of the box. Oh, come on, Miggy. You've got to be stronger than that, for God's sake, man.
Weak as piss, wasn't he?
Fernandes just over the bar. That was weak as water from Miggy.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Shocking.
Look at that, man. That's not acceptable.
I mean, Bruno Fernandes has been on the floor with his arse back, and yet he was still too strong for Miggy there.
Yeah. Well, Fabian Schär brings it out now for Newcastle United. Hits a thunderous long ball to the left-hand side. It's perfect for Anthony Gordon. He brings it down, a little bit of a heavy touch, but manages to keep it in. Lewis Hall, now Joe Linton.
It looks fine now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he seems to be running fine, yeah. Into Isak. Isak, lovely little flick to Joe Linton. Joe Linton plays it on. Chance! Oh, and Anna says from Longstaff. How has he missed that, man? He's through on goal.
It's a great save. You've got to give him credit. He hit the target.
Ah, bollocks, man.
It's a good save. You've got to give him credit. He come out and made himself look big. It was a good save. Longstaff did everything right there.
Here's Bruno for Newcastle on the edge of the box into Isak. Isak looking for a shot. Gives it wide now for Kraft. Back to Isak. To Kraft. Can we get the ball across? There's players waiting.
Going to lose that.
Still Isak. Now to Kraft. Kraft does well. Gets a bloody good crossing. Joe Linton's header tipped over the bar from Onana. God damn it.
Good football. Yeah, outstanding bit of football from Newcastle United there to get Longstaff free. I mean, it's great goalkeeping for Onana. He made a great save, but this is a good save too. Great leap from Joe Linton. I think it's probably going to hit the bar and maybe go over, but the keeper didn't know that. He's out jumped him about the far post. Oh, I think it's going to hit the bar, but who knows where it's gone from there.
This is the Longstaff effort. He made a brilliant run.
It's a great run.
Onana came. Onana was very slightless there, Billy.
It's hit him on the frigging head, the lucky bleeder. But good goalkeeping. You've got to give him credit for making himself big.
You can. Oh, free header again. It's Longstaff and he's headed it away from goal.
50p piece head there, wasn't he? Christ almighty.
Here's Lewis Hall. Hall looks to get a shot away. He's dribbled into the box, but we've lost the ball, and Man United could break on us here.
Counter.
Diallo again. And, of course, that's going to be a free kick.
He's fell over his own feet there.
Of course he has. And Anthony Gordon goes into
Get out of it! You're having a frigging laugh.
Honestly. How is that a booking, man? For God's sake. Oh, well.
Maybe it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's be honest. He did pull his shirt back and pull him to the floor, so it is an automatic yellow card. So, wow.
Unless it's the penalty area, of course.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Newcastle, once again, definitely in the ascendancy, but I think Longstaff's got to be doing better there, Billy. You know, you're coming in on goal like that, just place it past the keeper. You know, don't even lift it. Just place it on the floor. Wow. The keeper can't get to it if it's on the floor and you pass it wide of him.
It's the one person to go to, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It is. Oh, it's a great cross from Fernandes. And why did McTominay not head that ball? I think he could have flung himself for a diving header then. It could have been 3-1-2 Manchester United. What a ball from Bruno Fernandes that is.
Yeah, it's a brilliant ball, isn't it? And if he goes with his head, he scores.
Yep. He should have flung himself at that.
Celtic, they've won the league in Scotland.
Yeah, they won the league against Rangers anyway, didn't they?
They won 5-0 tonight.
Yeah.
Against the King's Arms.
Yeah, King's Arms. Mind you, I wish Newcastle would go up and play in the Scottish League. Maybe we'll get some trophies. Lindsay White says, for a Philip Albert right now. Wow. Well, it doesn't look like Rashford's going to come on anytime soon, by the way. He's just sitting tuning his nails on the bench. Long ball again, looking for Gordon, and it's found him. I thought Wan-Bissaka was going to get there, but the bounce took it away from him. Gordon now looking for help, looking for somebody to give him a run, but he doesn't get it. He has to go back to Lewis Hall, to Bruno now. Bruno to Dan Burn. Burn inside to Joe Linton now. Joe Linton, nice ball inside to Bruno. Yes, Bruno then knocked off the ball. It's still Bruno. How is that not a free kick, referee? And then Bruno is knocked to the floor. Dear God! And eventually he blows his whistle.
McTominay's just going through us like a dose of salt, ain't he, there, and getting away with it.
Yeah, we played the quick free kick. Sean Longstaff.
Probably didn't work out that, did it?
No, it really didn't. But Miggy's on the ball now on the far side. And he's running away from goal. Back to Fabian Schär. 20 minutes to go of normal time. Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 1 on Matchday Live right here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Please do subscribe if you're new and you like what you see, bottom right-hand corner. And don't forget, guys, if you are enjoying the commentary, to hit the thumbs up button as well, which means the world to the channel. That's a terrible tackle, by the way.
Is that I'm about to get now? It's Casemiro this time. Been booked as well. This time.
He has. He's not going to send him off for that, Billy.
Of course he's not. I think he'd assassinate someone he wouldn't get sent off.
That was actually twice there. He went in really nap hard. It's shocking, really.
He knew what he was
gets
doing.
up and limps away. Oh, dear. I mean, we're knocking on the door again. I mean, that's got to be a bonus, Billy.
We are, and they are susceptible at the back. Any quality we can put in, we'll score. But it's going to be 11 men behind the ball for them from now on, I think, and just whack it long and chase it as it's been all game, really.
Yeah, Anthony Gordon swings it deep towards the far post. Bruno heads it back across, and Onana is there again. Onana's looked pretty solid tonight, by the way. He's took a lot of criticism this season, the Manchester United goalkeeper, but he's looked pretty strong tonight.
Well, him and Casemiro and Amrabat, I think they've been their best 3 players.
Yeah. 54% possession for Newcastle United in this game.
That's terrible header from Burn again. Terrible.
Wan-Bissaka now plays it over the top, looking for the run again at this time of Garnacho. Lewis Hall to Joe Linton. Hall makes himself open again. Nice bit of play that between Joe Linton, Gordon and Hall there. Joe Linton, almost a beautiful ball, sending Isak away, but Johnny Evans. But that's well won back from Newcastle. Now, Longstaff, beautiful ball to Gordon. Gordon now on the edge of the box. Gordon, brilliant play! Oh, how has that not gone in the net?
Slamming Manx twats.
How on earth has that not gone in? It's Mickey at the far... No, oh, Jesus.
I don't think.
I thought Gordon might have gone down. It would have been a penalty because he totally done Casemiro. Oh!
Yeah, I don't think you can blame Mickey for that,
No,
to be honest.
no. I mean, it was whipped across by Gordon.
It's brilliant play from Gordon. He's trying to shoot, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
If it's not your day, it ain't your day.
I mean, that's unbelievable, Billy.
We've
That
been the
is
better
incredible.
side here. We've been the better side. There's no doubt about that. In my mind, we have been the better side. Certainly second half.
Second half, definitely. Second half, definitely.
And yet we won a piece.
You've got to take your chances, Billy. And you know, we got back into the game and then we let Manchester United have the lead back again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the time to play the fancy one-touch football outside our box there. And here's Casemiro again, goes back to Onana. I definitely think since the subs, we're playing some nice football again, Billy. The football we know we can play. And we're starting to really intensify the press.
Yeah, we are.
Which is unsettling Manchester United, definitely. But, you know, we don't want to get caught out. And this is Garnacho now down the left-hand side for Manchester United. He's got Miggy and Kraft in front of him. Turns and goes back to Wan-Bissaka. Dalot. Sorry, it was Manu, not Wan-Bissaka. I wondered why he was right down there. And Casemiro goes all the way back to Onana.
What an awful side they are.
Wrong side, pass by Onana again. Kraft underneath that. Good header back. And Dubravka. Oh, my God.
Really, terrible from Dubravka, that.
How has he not kept that in? I mean, you know, I mean...
He doesn't concentrate, Paul. He doesn't concentrate.
No, I know.
He doesn't.
Yeah. Well, another corner to Manchester United. Time is ebbing away. We've got just over 15 minutes to go, plus any injury time, of course, at the end of the game.
Injury time? When they're winning? No chance.
Well, very little injury time, let's be honest, will happen at the end of this game. I should have said. Fernandez again with the corner. This time a deeper one. And again, Casemiro got there first. And, Gordon. No, we get out of that. Brilliant from Lewis Hall. But again.
Ball.
Yeah, we lose the ball in a very, very poor situation. And here's Ahmad. Back to Manu now. To Ahmad. Amrabat. Man United now just trying to pass it around us. And now they're going to go all the way back to Onana again. I mean, that all generated from Onana's long ball. And again, he goes long. And this time, Dubravka lets it roll out.
So he hasn't touched it. I thought he was going to touch it out himself then.
Yeah. But Casemiro again got himself in a good position from that corner. He really is dangerous from the situations, Billy.
It's like watching Wimbledon of the 80s. It really is. Long balls, set pieces, and Joe's got away with it. You know, it's very, very antiquated football for me.
It is, but at the end of the day, they're winning, Billy.
They are, yeah.
But here's Lewis Hall, and out wide now for Bruno. Bruno's got Gordon behind him, looking for that runner, and sees that runner being Emil Kraft on the far side, and he's not going to keep it in play.
Swing your foot at Emil. Oh, Kev, you don't crack a pearl, lad.
Yeah, but there's that thing where you're running down the wing, and Harvey Barnes is coming on now for Sean Longstaff.
That's a very attacking substitute, that is.
Indeed, it is. So 3 games in a row now, Sean Longstaff has been substituted. And on comes Harvey Barnes.
We're going to go 4-2-4, Gordon through the middle with Isaac.
Well, I mean, we could go 4-2-3-1, Billy.
Yeah, I guess so. It looks like Barnes is going through the middle. Well, we can't really tell in a minute because we're going to pressurise this goal kick, but
yeah. It's not a great goal kick, that.
Looks like, go on, Isaac, you'll get that. They'll give this away if you keep pressurising them.
Yeah, here's Dallo down the left-hand side for Manchester United.
I think we let him out way too easy that time.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Billy, we can say we've had the better of the second half all we want. The fact is we're 2-1 down. And I think it's not good enough against a very piss-poor Man United side.
I tend to agree with you. Yeah, I tend to agree.
I mean, these are the big games that we need to win. You know, there's a European place at stake here. And I don't know. As much as I know we've had the better of the second half, we're still 2-1 down.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what system we're playing now. I mean, it's
just, let's go for it, really, isn't it?
Well,
that's a terrible tackle. That's not a good tackle at all. And a yellow card.
Is that Almon?
It's Fabian Schär. I don't know actually what Fabian Schär is doing that far forward, to be honest, but it was a horrible tackle. See it again here. Very late from behind. I mean, he did take out Bruno Fernandes, which isn't a bad thing, of course.
He's screaming.
Yeah. John Blogg says, worst Man United team in 20 years and we're getting beat. I mean, there is just no excuse. It is the worst Man United team for a long, long time. And we're just... Especially when there's so much at stake as well.
Yeah.
You know, all in our own hands to finish 6th in the table, possibly even 5th. And then we just blow a gasket.
Well, big game mentality. We don't seem to win them, do we?
No. Just over 11 minutes of normal time left. Time very much running out for the Toon Army. And that's a handball by Mainu. Newcastle's free kick, and Newcastle want to get it on with it very quickly. I have to laugh at Mainu there, telling the referee where he handballed it.
Well, you should be getting booked for that, deliberate handball.
Yeah. It was clearly a deliberate handball as well, because it stopped Miggy going forward. Here's Lewis Hall now. Gordon makes a run down the left-hand side. 2 Man United players come to him, Amrabat and Casemiro. And the referee blows for a foul on Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, 9-stone fellas just managed to push down a 15-stone man mountain. Referee's been shocking tonight.
Yeah. Reece James sent off for Chelsea. He's only just come back. He's only just come back, hasn't he, from injury?
Here come their changes. The butcher's coming on.
Martinez is coming on, as is Marcus Rashford. Oh.
They probably think they can get one on the counter.
Yeah. Kraft now does well, actually, under pressure. Turns. Shouldn't have turned there, Emil.
No,
he should have just got rid of the ball.
He blocked in now, lad.
Yeah, but he does well. Gets the ball away. And, Hoyland's coming on as well. So 3 changes. Maybe Ten Hag feels that he still needs another goal in this game.
Well, he probably thinks that with the system
Barnes,
we're playing.
I mean, again, we're held back there. And Mainu's just kicked Ahmad's just kicked the ball away there. Yes, gets a yellow card. Well done, referee. I have a feeling Armand might be one of the players to make way when Egghead makes his substitutions. Oh dear, here's Joe Linton for Newcastle United, and he's given the ball away, but wins it back.
Yeah, come on, Joe. You've got to be a bit more alive than that.
Yeah, Barnes now inside to Bruno. Bruno spinning, looking down the left-hand side again. Joe Linton, nice little ball to Harvey Barnes. Barnes cuts in on his right, fires in across. Kraft at the back post! Didn't get anything on it again. And again goes sliding down the AstroTurf off the field. That was actually a good ball from Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, it was. He spotted him nicely.
He should have done better. Yeah, so I think he should have done better, Billy.
Yeah.
I may be being hypercritical at this moment in time, but...
Here come their changes. Just going to take about 20 minutes to happen.
Well, Diallo wants to walk around the city of Manchester to get his applause there. But to be fair to the kid, he's had a good game. He's a very, very good player. Very exciting future at Manchester United. Scored a cracking goal.
How many did they make it? 4?
3.
3?
Yeah. Mainu is the other one coming off for Marcus Rashford. I don't think Martinez is on yet, Billy. I think he's got... Brian Amex, member for 28 months. Thank you so much, Brian. No way we're getting anything out of this match. Premier League can't have us finishing above Man United. I don't think it's anything to do with the referee today. We can't be blaming the referee for today.
I just knew I was going to go to midfield now, and Martinez has slotted in at centre half, hasn't he?
Yeah. Dan Robinson, thank you for your super chat. The refs only break out cards when damage is done. I mean, we should have maybe had a penalty in the first half, but
another one kicking the ball away there.
We should be doing much better than this against this Manchester United side. Here's Harvey Barnes now, breaking forward to Gordon. Gordon's got Lewis Hall out to the left, doesn't use him, cuts back on his right, floats a ball in towards Emil Kraft, headed away, comes to Cher. Cher tries a first-time volley from the edge of the box. All the way back now for Dan Burn. Not the best of balls from Cher, but Dan Burn does well to get it back to Dubravka, who wasn't exactly in the right position to receive that, but we get away with it. And it's Lewis Hall again. Hall plays it forward for Isak. Isak is onside. It is a brilliant ball from Lewis Hall. Isak into the box. Looks to cut on in his right. He's just blocked out. Good defending by Martinez, that.
Yeah.
Made sure it wasn't obstruction, just kept them away from the ball. And Man United come away with it again with Bruno Fernandes down this left-hand side. Cuts in now. Fernandes inside to Højlund. Højlund has a run. Looks to get a shot away here. He does! And it's 3-1 to Manchester United.
Oh, terrible defending.
Wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. This just gets fucking worse and worse and worse. How are we 3-1 down to this bag of shite? I'll never know. And again, it's just typical Newcastle United.
Counter-attack goal, isn't it?
It's just bollocks, Billy. It is just bollocks. Leon Boyle, a member for 1 month, says should have had a penalty earlier, I think, but doesn't explain the terrible performance. Niall, who's been a member for 10 months, says this is even worse than some of our performances under Bruce. PIF need to seriously look at management job in the summer. It's happening too much.
I mean, this kid couldn't hit cows after the banjo for most of the season. Yeah, he's just done that. It's poor defended from Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall, I think, is a fault here.
No, it's not.
Burn lets him go past
him.
Yeah, it's Dan Burn. All on Dan Burn. That bit to Lewis Hall involved, but Dan Burn just standing there, not getting the challenge in. And he's fired across Dubravka, who again gets a hand to it. I mean, but it's counter-attack football. It's their perfect storm, isn't it? They've got the lead, so to hang on to. Hits on the break, and they've done it 3 times tonight.
It's shite.
And
there's no excuse.
Have the Manchester United are back shit now, aren't we?
Yeah. Hey, dear.
Then he signed you because your name sounds like Haaland.
Chippers, thank you very much for your super chat. Why is Pope not in this team? Pitiful, poor. How got it wrong again tonight? I'm sick of it. Well, you know, when it comes to the crunch, Billy, we failed again.
Yeah. Well, keep saying questions. You know, there'll be a conversation at the end of the season.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like we're going to get Europe now. I mean,
we may finish 7th, but I mean, we've got to get something at Brentford, win at Brentford, and we finish 7th.
Who did Man United play last game?
Brighton away. They seem like they've decided to go on holiday now after they've played us.
Well, exactly. So a European place does not look like it's going to happen as we speak now. I mean, I can't believe we are 3-1 down to Manchester United, who, I mean, that's cynical again from Amrabat. He's got to be booked for that.
It's about his 12th bad tackle.
Yeah, he is booked. And look at him pleading with the referee.
What
How many times do you want to get away with it, you stupid idiot? You've got no complaints there, you bag of hammers. Jesus, wept. Keith Truscott, thank you for a super chat. Paul, we're 3-1 down because we're worse than Man Shite. That's saying something. The wheels have seriously fallen off now. Utter crap. I mean, there's no excuse for tonight. There is no excuse. We just haven't been good enough.
Howe has been outcoached by Erik ten Hag. It's simple as that. They got the first goal, and once that happened, we would be on the 8 ball. You know, pushing for an equaliser. We got the equaliser, then let them get ahead again. And after that, it's been...
And a header from Joe Linton there from the free kick, safely collected by Onana.
Pushing the box there as well.
There's another push in the box there.
Yeah.
Of course that won't be looked at.
Rasmus Højlund pushed over Share there.
And here they come again. And Dubravka's come miles off his line. And I think Højlund bottled that. Well and truly bottled that. Because it looked like if he just touched it round Dubravka, he was in. And I think he bottled that. But then again, Newcastle have bottled this, Billy, as far as I'm concerned.
I totally agree with you.
I'm shocked at this.
It's a defensive display for me. Where are they bringing on here? It's Ericsson. Put some bloke off the park.
Højlund again, causing all sorts of trouble on the edge of the box. Oh, dear. Lewis Hall goes to Wan-Bissaka. He fires it in. Hall gets back and does really well. And manages to get it now to Harvey Barnes, who tries to break quickly for Newcastle. Barnes up to Gordon. Gordon looks for help. Does really well there, Anthony Gordon. Beautiful ball into Joe Linton. Joe Linton's got Miggy ahead of him. Almiron now. Almiron back inside to Joe Linton. Have a shot, Joe. He does have a shot, but it's about 4 foot over the bar. And Bruno Fernandes has gone down again here. Not sure what the hell's the matter with him.
Well, because the cameras haven't been on him for 5 minutes, so he thought he'd take a bit of a swan dive, and I'm still here, you know.
I mean, I don't know what the hell the problem is with Bruno Fernandes. He just, it's his hamstring. He's going off.
That's a shame. Hopefully he'll miss the cup final, you goofy twat.
Phil, thank you for a super chat. Why didn't we start with our best team? I don't know. I really don't know. And that is the question that I am going to ask, because I have every right as a fan to ask that. If Joe Linton is on the bench, start him. Start him. Start Fabian Schär. Start these fucking players and then take them off.
After an hour, yeah.
Why wait until we're getting beat and then you make the changes? Start the fucking players.
Yeah, and then panic like fuck when we go 3-1 down or 2-1 down, panic.
Well, this has happened too many times this season. This
is my point. Down when he panic. He does panic, doesn't he? There's no doubt about it. He panics.
Peter McCardle, thank you for your super chat. Big game bottlers and also the manager. Simon Yorkshire says, Howe got it wrong. He must change. If he watched your preview shows, you would tell him who to pick. It's not rocket science. Pope for starters. Well, look, we as fans can see it. And I know Eddie is in training with them every day, but you've got 2 games left of the season. You know, you can't say that every player on that pitch is fully 100% fit anyway, because we're coming to the end of the season. So just play your best side. We've got European football at stake here. It's not good enough.
No, it's
Avina
not.
says, I rest my case. Thank you for your super chat. James Morrison says, How has actually thrown the game? I don't know if I want him now. I don't understand. I do not understand why he hasn't played his strongest possible team tonight. Because even if they're carrying little knocks, this is European football we're playing for.
Yeah, he shouldn't have took the risk, should he? He shouldn't have took the risk, thinking he could beat a poor Man United side with a... Anyway, we won the attack. There's 6 minutes of injury time.
We've got a corner now. Yeah. But this is the question that we are entitled as fans to ask, Billy. We're not, it's perfectly normal to ask questions of that standard as to why we haven't started with our best team tonight when they're sitting on their asses on the bench. There's no excuse. Absolutely none. Because you can take players off later in the game, get the game won, and get a European place booked, and then you worry about bringing players off and resting them.
I agree. I totally agree.
Here's Lewis Hall on the edge of the box, and it's a wonderful goal from Lewis Hall. It curls into the far corner, and Newcastle United have a lifeline with 5 minutes of injury time left. So grab your granny, because she's gone to bed with a cocoa, but she might need to come back. What a goal that is, Billy.
What a left foot that kid's got. It's a wand, isn't it? He's blasted that with some power. No, can't get anywhere near it. Far corner. Is it too late? We've got to push like hell now and try and get an equaliser.
Well, probably too late, but players underway. We got 4 minutes of injury time left. 6 minutes were shouted out. Lewis Hall scored in the 92nd, so we've got 4 minutes of extra time left. Can we salvage a point?
I think set pieces are our best way of doing it. Corners and things like that.
Yeah.
Because
Harvey Barnes now. Lewis Hall motoring down the left-hand side. Crosses into the box, but Onana's there.
Yeah.
And he goes down.
Brighton had pulled one back against Chelsea at Welbeck in the 97th minute.
Oh.
I mean, they started 15 minutes ahead of us. How are they in the 97th minute now? And we're only 92nd?
I don't know, mate. I have no idea.
Unless I've had lots of time added on. Oh, it's a result now. Finished.
Well, here's Marcus Rashford for Manchester United. As they try and hang on to the ball now because they know that they are Lewis Hall. By far away our best player tonight, by the way, Billy.
100%.
There is no doubt about it. He's been magnificent, the kid.
He has. He's been outstanding. Goal as well. You know, it's a perfect performance for him. Of course, the result
there he is
matters.
again with an interception. I mean, he's put a proper shift in tonight.
Him and Gordon, to me, him and Gordon are the two. The rest.
I think Bruno's had it a bit tough tonight because of what was around him. He just didn't have the support around him tonight.
I mean, Martinez is out jumped he's at, and Martinez is 5 foot 5 or something, 5'8". Oh, ref played advantage.
Yeah, of course not. He's going to run the clock down, isn't he? Oh dear. I mean, if Man United got anything about them here, they'll play into the corner flag, surely.
Of course they will. Of course they will, and they will do.
Here's Rashford. Wan-Bissaka loses it. Now Bruno gets it. Immediately springs us forward. Out to Emil Kraft on the right-hand side. Somebody show some support. Emil Kraft turns and goes, don't go backwards! Fabian Schär now. We need a very, very special ball from you, Fabian Schär, as he brings it up to the halfway line. Only has Kraft available outside of him. Kraft inside to Joe Linton now. Joe Linton looking for that outlet ball. Plays it left to Lewis Hall. Hall will bring it to Gordon on the left-hand side. Maybe one last opportunity for Newcastle. Gordon cuts inside, swings it. Oh, Emil Kraft it's a terrible ball from Gordon.
It's Gordon's fault, that one.
Yeah, and it's Kraft had made the run, but Gordon mishits it and rightly tells himself to F off. A minute left of the additional 6. Oh, dear. It makes you wonder, Billy, that if we'd had these players on for the full game, what might have been.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because I tell you what, none of these players that have come on look like they're carrying knocks, by the way. I'd just like to state that. They've been throwing themselves in left, right, and centre. Isak's been horrible tonight, Billy. But he's done well there to win the ball back, but then loses it again. Bruno with a great tackle now, Harvey Barnes. Barnes, can he try and get a cross in? Bruno has given himself some support. Now Lewis Hall. Hall again. Try and get the ball in the box. There's men there. We've got to put the ball in. Here's Joe Linton. Plays it wide now for Fabian Schär. He can hit them from there. Schär crosses the ball. It's headed away. And Rashford puts his foot through it. I thought he might have hit it there, but Man United have a clear break on here.
Oh, look at this now. Look.
I mean, Rashford's in the middle, completely unmarked. He's got to try and stay on side. And who is there again but Lewis Hall to save the day?
He's the best player on the pitch, mate.
Incredible play from the kid.
We're over the 96
He ran the whole of Old Trafford there to get that ball. And incredible dedication. But we're not going to get anything out of this game because we're in the final 9 seconds now. I mean, look at Hall there, Billy. He's miles away from Rashford. And then you can't drop Lewis Hall. You cannot drop Lewis Hall.
Absolutely not.
And I have a feeling as soon as they kick this ball, the referee will blow the final whistle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the wrong end of the pitch for us.
Ericsson now brings it free. Rashford in acres of space here. Can Rashford finish the ball? It's a good block by Schär. I'm not sure where the referee's getting this additional time from.
Maybe we scored, didn't we?
Man United to score again. Yeah, I guess we did score a goal, yeah. Unbelievable. I can't believe we're going to lose this game. I was so confident going into this, Billy.
We've been the victims of our own, it's our own fault. We're the architects of our own downfall here.
Yeah. There it is. There is the full-time whistle. And it finishes Manchester United 3, Newcastle United 2. And once again, we blow it on the big stage where we've got an opportunity to get Europe. We end up losing the game against probably one of Manchester United's worst teams in 20-odd years. And to be fair, we didn't play the right team. And I'm going to stand by my comments saying that. I don't care what anybody's come at me and say, oh, yes, but this, yes, but that. He should have put his best players on the pitch with 2 games left of the season. It doesn't matter. Just get them on the pitch, get them out there and get the game won. And then you can do that and bring players off for a rest. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, we needed an hour of Joe Linton tonight. We needed an hour of certain players on the bench, Fabian Schär perhaps, and play Emil Kraft at right back. But if he'd have played Fabian Schär at centre half, he'd have played Kieran Trippier at right back. Kieran Trippier was always going to be back in the side, and he shouldn't have been. He's had 10 seconds of football, 2 minutes of football.
He was terrible tonight, Kieran Trippier.
Absolutely outrageously poor. But yeah, it's a bad result for us.
Lewis, go and take your face for a shit, will you? If you can't be honest and say that he got it wrong tonight, then go and happy clap yourself in front of the mirror, will you? For God's sake, man.
Yeah, you've got to be.
Pathetic thing to say.
It's all right being a fan, but you've got to be kind of able to say when we ain't played well. And against a poor side, we've been found wanted. 3 defensive errors. We've given them the game. We should have won that game 2-0. If we defended properly, we would have won that game 2-0.
Look, the players need to take account as well, right? There's no doubt 100%. About that. The players have to take account because, although, we're saying about Eddie Howe playing the best players from the start, those players that he's put out there were good enough to beat that makeshift Man United side. I don't care what anyone says. We were. But at the same time, you have to look at the manager as well. Why didn't he make changes at half-time?
I don't know, but we got back in the game with the side who kept on the pitch. It's just they allowed them to score straight away. It was ridiculous. Second half,
again, Billy, he's been responsive to the situation instead of being proactive, and it doesn't work.
Yes.
Keith Truscott, thank you for another super chat. Total bottle jobs. I'm sick and tired of being a what-if team. It's a fucking joke. Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair point there. Why was Trippier allowed to come straight back in the side when everyone else had to wait weeks to get back in?
Yeah, I mean, we saw comments before saying, maybe we've learned our lesson, keeping these players back, like the likes of Joe Linton and Nick Pope. And then you see Kieran Trippier, who's had 90 seconds of football, get straight back into one of the most important games of the season.
And was abject, wasn't he?
Well, he could have played Emil Kraft at right back and put Schär centre back. Pope, Schär and Joe Linton should have started. Absolutely. Absolutely. Another super chat from Alexander. Thank you. Well, this horrid Man United has zero chance beating Man City. Only question is, Eddie will have the balls to drop dreadful Dubravka for Pope versus Brentford. Trippier should be sold this summer. He is abysmal. I don't think he's abysmal, but I do agree that it's staggering. It's staggering.
Manchester
but then
United.
again, Billy.
See you, Dinny Mag, by the way. Off you go.
Who?
Dinny Mag. No,
is he still whinging on, is he?
Yeah, he's going to watch a proper channel, he says.
All right, see you later, mate.
That's
why we're number one live watched Newcastle United channel, mate. See you later. Bye-bye. I think I missed the channel right. Thank you for your super chat. My man of the match was Lewis Hall. Oh, 100%.
100%. Outstanding.
Absolutely. Lindsay says, this is us. You get what you deserve over a season. This is our level. It's good, but we're not great by a long shot. Davey Eddy says, we've had chances enough to get a result. Just did not happen again. Trips was only back in because Tino was injured. Otherwise, Tino would have started. I don't think he would have, Jack. I think Tino would have been left back. I genuinely think that.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too.
Gillian says Bruno does not look happy. Well, I mean, look, he was asked to do so much in the middle of that park, especially in the first half. He just had no support around him at all. Nothing. Aussie Geordie says there is no way the Premier League let Manchester United not be in Europe next season. It's bad for business.
They'll win that cup. They'll win that cup. Well, by look and judgment, I don't think obviously they won't outplay Man City, but if anyone's going to win a fluke and FA Cup final, it'll be them.
Yeah. Case Ball, thank you for your super chat. Another big mistake by Howe. We need a top manager. Said it all season. No Europe and big players will leave. Horse should have played all season. Well, I mean, I don't actually understand. I mean, until somebody comes out and explains the Lewis Hall situation, I don't think anyone will understand why he's never played.
Well, he explained himself.
That's the thing for me.
I think it was Shields because he did an interview there saying that he wasn't up to the training, he wasn't ready. I don't know. You know, he had to kind of get acclimatised to the way of Eddie Howe, and now he has, and now he's in the side. Yeah, it took him that long.
Simon Yorkshire says we really should have done better. However, made errors. Howe made errors, and so many players were not on it. Just Hall and Gordon. Howe needs to do better. We've lost 14 games this season compared to 5 last year. How is Longstaff missing a one-on-one by shooting straight at a static Onana? That was a huge opportunity. Sean says, "Where's the effing game management? I'm gutted." Susan says, "Armchair managers here." Well, Susan, come on, what would you have done? You know, you're in this position now where you're playing you've got a chance to finish in a European position. Given the crappy season we've had with injuries, we've got a big opportunity to finish in Europe, and you have your best players available. Doesn't matter whether they're not fully fit. You can't tell me that every footballer on that pitch with 2 games left in the season are all fully fit. They're all carrying knocks. They're all battered and bruised.
You say that, but you'd say Kieran Trippier was one of the best players available, wouldn't you? You know,
well,
I wouldn't have picked Kieran
Trippier, but there's no excuse for not playing Joe Linton. There's none.
No. He's played in 2 games. He's played 20 minutes in one, 20 minutes in another. He should have started tonight and got an hour out of him. Yeah. No doubt about it.
KK Cheer, thank you for a super chat. To be honest, if not for injuries, Howe will never play Hall at all.
If not for injuries, I think you're probably right.
Yeah. Look, this one, I mean, this defeat, I mean, this stings, guys. It stings, man. It really does. Trolls, thank you for your super chat. Howe has bottled too many games with his selection. Jens says, I am close to destroying everything around me. Wow, don't do that, mate. Don't do that. That's just part and parcel of being a Newcastle fan, mate. It happens to us all. It really does. But you know what? It's just one of those things. As a Newcastle fan, we are very often the bridesmaids. And I genuinely thought tonight things would turn around. I thought we would beat Manchester United and beat them convincingly. You know, when I saw that Manchester United side tonight, I thought, yeah, we no matter what side we put out tonight, we should be better. And I think everyone has to take responsibility tonight, the manager and the players. You know, some of them players did not step up to the plate again tonight, and that's annoying. David Knights, thank you for your super chat. He says, once Eddie has won a few games, anyone who criticizes him is crazy, apparently. Howe's made tons of mistakes this season, especially on team selection. Look, he's not beyond criticism, but there is fans out there who will hear somebody criticizing Eddie and say, oh, he's not allowed to be criticized. It doesn't mean that I want Eddie Howe sacked, but I'm going to criticize him tonight because I think he got it bang wrong. My Smeagol, thank you for a super chat. We're still in Europe. Win at Brentford and back City. Well, we'll see, won't we? Nick Thornton says, Howe has hit his ceiling. He won't accomplish anything with a manager who's incapable of making the big decisions, Billy.
Well, I've said it before. It seemed like he was learning that when it comes to a big game, it's okay doing it at Burnley and places like that, but go to Old Trafford and you had the chance of cementing a European spot, and yeah, he was found wanted. It was obvious how Man United were going to play on the counter-attack and just long ball football, because that's all they ever do. But yeah, they were kind of not up for it, were they? Let's be honest. Well, I mean, let's be fair. Casemiro's been the laughing stock of the league at Central the past month, hasn't he? Had an outstanding game tonight for them. It was easy for him. Johnny Evans, could have played when he was 65 tonight. He strolled around the pitch doing absolutely nothing really and not having to do anything. Isak was a statue today. And Amrabat's another one that's had a lot of criticism. And yeah, I thought he was fantastic for them tonight.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear anybody saying bollocks about Isak, saying, no, he wasn't fit. We were told at the start of the game that Isak is 100% fit. No problems with him. So don't come at anybody. We're making excuses up for him not being fit, because we were told by the manager he was 100% fit tonight. Kush Dilla Kush, thank you for your super chat. Pathetic. He's thrown matches all season and lacks big game mentality. Why he's starting Trippier, Anderson, Murphy, standard shite, but expected bottlers. Sam A says, Eddie, play your best players. David R says, we are still not turning up for the big games. I mean, they all make genuinely good points. But I mean, look, there's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of upset, but rightly so, because tonight was probably the best opportunity we're going to have of thumping Manchester United. And, Eddie made some mistakes, but by God, the players have got to stand up as well. Some of the players tonight were garbage and didn't create many chances against the centre-back pairing that, quite frankly, anyone could have ran round. And it's not on, man. It's not on. Keith Truscott says, Brentford win playing like that, not a chance. DK35 says, thank you for yours. We had a better starting lineup and a better bench. So no faith we'll beat Brentford.
I've got no faith we'll beat Brentford. I think we'll have knocks them tonight. I mean, if Anthony Gordon plays against Everton, Brentford, I'll be surprised. He's had his ankles kicked from underneath him. Should have had a penalty as well, remember. This
is going to hurt tonight. This is going to hurt. Jens, thank you for yours. Kraft, bad. Alex Murphy, well, yeah, I mean...
I'm not sure the Kraft was bad.
I thought Kraft did all right. James Morrison says, J7 should have had 60 minutes. Howe's managed to throw 5+ games down to selection. Hall man of the match. Chips has thrown versus Chelsea and United, 2 biggest games of our season. I mean, look, I can't argue. I'm not going to argue with that, because everybody's right. I think that everybody got it wrong tonight. Eddie Howe got it wrong, and the players got it badly wrong. Some of them didn't turn up in what was, quite frankly, probably the biggest game of the season for where we can finish in the league and get European football back at St. James's Park next season. And because of a lackluster performance, we shouldn't lose that game. Daniel says we didn't play that bad. I don't get the shit talking. Is everyone forgetting this is still Man United away? It was closer than the comments suggest. Daniel, what the hell?
We should have won the game. We should have won the game.
So what if it's Manchester United away? Old Trafford is not what it was, mate. Come on.
I mean, Isak had that chance when we had 3-on-1 and we managed to screw that up,
I mean, listen, Old Trafford is not the theatre of dreams that it was. Teams failed to go to Man United away. That is a terrible Manchester United side. It is terrible. Oh, dear.
No, we can win against Brentford now, cement 7th, but we still might not be in Europe next season.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Susan Fagan says, Eddie Howe out brigade will eat their words in time, in my honest opinion. Yes, looking from here, we think what we would do, but Eddie knows his players. Look,
Eddie Howe might not get the time if we don't qualify for Europe, Susan.
I know. And whether we like it or not, I don't want Eddie Howe sacked. I'm like you, Susan. I do believe that Eddie Howe is the right man to take us forward and win us trophies. However, if he keeps doing things like this, like Billy says, he is not going to get that opportunity to do that because the hierarchy want success now. And missing out on Europe will be a huge, huge blow to Newcastle, to the management of Newcastle United. A huge blow.
We'll be players. We'll have to start rebuilding again because the likes of Bruno and Isaac and Botman and all the star players we've brought in, they may want to leave.
Yeah.
And then you've got to start rebuilding again.
And it affects the standard of players that we can bring in as well.
Of course
you know, we go on about saying, oh, yeah, but we can afford wages and stuff like that. Players want to win things. And players want to play in Europe. That is the pinnacle of football now. Whether we like it or not as fans, that is what it is. It's the pinnacle. And if we're not in Europe, any European competition, it will be difficult to attract these better players. And we've blown it. Quite frankly, we've blown it. And we've only got ourselves to blame. It was all in our hands before Brighton. We were crap against Brighton and we were crap tonight. So we should have done a lot better in them games and we haven't. And that is the disappointing thing for me, Billy.
Yeah, 100%. We had something to play for and when it mattered, we went missing. Simple and straightforward as that. We should have beat Brighton at home. They've got nothing to play for. We've seen tonight, I mean, Chelsea having a great run, but to kind of go down as easy as that against Chelsea tonight, they've got Man United on Sunday. Can we really see them putting an effort in against them? I hope they do, but I can't see it. And we've kind of had it all in our hands, and we've come short, haven't we? We've been nowhere near good enough against Brighton. We played some good stuff tonight. We did create chances, but we didn't score enough goals, and we were defensively very poor tonight. Not enough communication. I'm hoping that they can get it sorted out for Sunday because at this precise moment in time, I just don't see us beating Brentford. I've got to be honest, especially after two results that we've just had, where if we'd have won one of them, we'd have been in Europe now.
Sensible Monica says, thank you for your super chat. I make that 6 must-win consequential matches that Eddie has failed in. The blind loyalty is down to either lack of courage or big match mentality.
That's not just an Eddie Howe problem. It's been a Newcastle United problem for years, hasn't it?
Hey, look, it's not just the manager, Billy. The players have got to take responsibility as well. It's an all-round thing. You know, I'm not throwing everything at Eddie Howe here. I don't think his team was right tonight, but I also, the players need a good kick up the arse and reminding of who they actually play for, because some of them were just lackluster powder puff shite.
Well, he should have realised.
Man United side.
He should have realised we were getting out battled in the middle of the park with the 5 of theirs against 3 of ours, and Bruno really the only one that was good enough to compete. You know, Anderson, Longstaff together were both really poor, both of them. In fact, I'd say Longstaff was probably better than Anderson tonight. So Joe Linton should have been on very, very, very. He should have been on at half time. He should have seen that, and he should have had it on at half time. No doubt about that. But I mean, yeah. Some of the players did let us down, you're right.
LEDC says here, on balance, we didn't play as badly as you're making out, and no credit is being given to the Man United that showed up on the day. Isak and Longstaff converting, it's a different story. I don't give a monkey's chuff about what Man United did. We should have won that game. Man United are all over the place, and it was one of their weakest sides they could ever put out against Newcastle United.
They're a set-piece side that hits teams on the counter-attack. We should be... It's happened to us so many times this season, we should have known, you know? We should have had a pen. Absolutely, Ian Bell's right. We should have had a penalty. But
yeah, absolutely.
You can't kind of keep blaming referees.
But we keep saying that we didn't get a penalty. We still, we look back to the Arsenal game. We laugh at them saying, "Oh well, that ball, whether it was out or in, you still didn't win the game. You didn't do enough to win the game." You could say the same for us. Penalty or no penalty, we didn't do enough to win the game, and it's frustrating because that is one of the worst Manchester United sides ever.
Yeah,
ever. And they're playing players out of position. They're playing men who were past it at centre back. It's just, I mean, Casemiro was outstanding for them tonight because we made him look that good. John Adams says, Bruno gone if we're not in Europe. Must win against Brentford now and need a favour from Man City in the FA Cup final. Yeah. I mean, it's still not over, but it does feel very much over tonight. It really does, because our away form has been also just terrible all season, really, apart from a couple of games. And we've got to go to Brentford, who are going to want to finish on a high for their fans and their manager. Their manager, of course, he's just lost. I think he's just lost his father, and they dedicated their last minute goal to him the other day. They're going to want to go out and play for the manager on Sunday. Doesn't matter.
I think Brentford's a harder game away than Man United is. I think they've got more threats in their side than Manchester United have. But it's
one of them games, Billy, where it's not just a dead rubber for Brentford, because they're going to want to go out, finish the season on a high for the fans and finish the season on a high for their manager, right? Yeah. So it's not going to be an easy game. It really isn't. But what do you do? Anyway, that is it for Matchday Live tonight. I am going to do a reaction on YouTube. If you're going to go on there and just bash me for saying anything negative against the manager, don't bother watching it. But listen, I'm gonna give my full opinion on it. Eric, thank you for your super chat. Am I laughing my arse off? Pathetic. We needed 1 point to secure 7th. Yeah, it didn't happen. But listen, thank you very much for tonight, everybody. Thank you for your super chats, your memberships. Of course, thank you for the mods. Another wonderful, really tough to do these Matchday Live. So thank you to any of the mods who've been on tonight. Thank you to Billy for his company. And thank you to you guys out there. Absolute legends, as usual. What can I say? We all agree to disagree at times, but that's what football is all about, guys. But just keep an eye on the socials for the match reaction uploaded on YouTube very soon. We will be back tomorrow night live at 7 with the match review. That should be an interesting show as well. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your night, folks. And it finishes at Old Trafford, Manchester United 3, Newcastle United 2. Good night.
Come back and check on some breathing. Show myself in this magic.